Salutations, baseball fans, and welcome to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Drew Neverett. Thanks for joining me for Game 2 of a quick two-game non-conference set between the Utah Tech Trailblazers of the Western Athletic Conference and your UNLV Hustlin' Rebels of the Mountain West. Should be another exciting one. Last night's victory for the UNLV Hustlin' Rebels, a quick one. Under 2.5 hours, the Rebels took the victory 11-1 over the Trailblazers thanks to a big explosion of offense in the bottom of the seventh. 4 runs came across, and Gunnar Myro, the walk-off hero in Mercy Rule fashion, hit a 2-run shot, cleared the Bruce Lane scoreboard out and left by a good 50 feet. One of the longer moonshots we've seen at the Earl all season long. It was a red-letter day for the Scarlet and Gray. Parker Dilloff started spectacular. 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, no walks, an elite outing for the left-hander. 4 UNLV homers, including the aforementioned Myro walk-off, and a season high in attendance. Over 1,100 folks packed the concourse here at the Earl to watch an excellent 10-run Rebel win. We turn the page to today. UNLV sits at 15-8. Utah Tech coming in at 15-9. Starting pitching matchup for you. Felix On, the big right-hander from Key West, Florida, tosses for the Rebels, and Brandon Cosell gets the ball for Chris Fattenhauer's Utah Tech Trailblazers. Felix takes his warm-up tosses. He's standing 1 win, 2 losses this year and a 10.64 ERA. 22 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts, and 20 walks. The command has been the big issue for Felix so far this year, but an excellent test for him against this Trailblazers lineup. Leading it off for Utah Tech will be Kyle McDaniel playing second base. Behind him, Mays Madsen, the true freshman, out in center. Hitting third is the two-way sensation, Ryan Krapel, playing at third today and hitting third. Cleanup spot belongs to Finnegan Stewart out in left. Behind him, a newcomer into the lineup, Cooper Smith over at first base. Doing the DHing is Ty Johnson, who was the backstop just a night ago. 7, 8, 9 rounded out by Gavin Long in right field. Andrew Pyle, who gets the catching duties, batting 8th, and Petey Soto Jr., the shortstop, batting 9th. Just about ready to get underway. It's about 85 degrees, partly cloudy, just a beautiful afternoon in paradise. Kyle McDaniel steps in from the left side, one of 5 left-handers in the Utah Tech lineup. McDaniel comes into this one hitting .354. Second on the team in that category. First pitch underway. Felix On forces the swinging strike, and we're off and set to go at 12:07 local time. UNLV, second game in 3 days, looking to sweep the Utah Tech Trailblazers in a 2-game set. A 1 pitch from On. Misses on the inside, count even 1-1. Felix, standing 6'5", provides a lot of different looks from the right side. Obviously the fastball, a dominant pitch of his, sitting between 95 and 97, can really spin that four-seamer. Here's the 1-1, chopped to the first baseman. That's Johnny Rodriguez. Steps on the bag himself, and Felix Ong has his first out. We'll line the rest of the defense up for you. Saw Johnny Rodriguez make that play unassisted. In the hot corner, Drew Berrigan playing third base today. Aiden Garcia makes up the other half of the battery, catching for Felix Ong. Middle infield consists of Gunnar Myro at short with Marcos Rosales over at second base. And your outfield left to right, Jack Salmon, Nin Burns the second in center field, and Jaden Hurdle entering the lineup playing right field. Felix On delivers the first pitch to Mays Madsen, the center fielder, and it's inside for a ball. Mays Madsen hitting from the left side. True freshman, came into the game last night as a defensive replacement in the outfield shuffle. This 1-1 finds the zone. That's the cutter from Felix On, and it's 1-1. And you talk about the pitch mix from On. Fastball, cutter, changeup, and a sweeper that he loves to throw to righties. 1-1 pitch fouled off by Madsen into the backstop. It's quickly 1-2. Mays Madsen, not a large sample size so far from the plate, but hitting just 182. One of those few hits this season going for extra bases in the form of a double. Here's the 1-2 from On. Tries to dial up the fastball, missing. High and away, evens things up at 2-2. Madsen digs back in, waggles the bat, and awaits the 2-2. Here it comes. Just a bit high. That's the sweeper. On looking to freeze the center fielder, but no luck on that one, and the count runs full. On has certainly been looking to rack up the strikes, get that K total above his walk count in 2026. Glove over the head. Here's the 3-2. Misses in the dirt. Mays Madsen works his way back from 1-2 and draws the base on balls. He'll be the first base runner in today's contest.
The third baseman
brings up Ryan Krapel. Krapel playing third today, as he typically does. He's a two-way player. Mentioned a bit about his pitching acumen last night. Leads the team in saves with 6. He's their go-to closer when things get tight. High-leverage pitcher and also smack dab in the middle of the batting order. First pitch fastball misses low, and Krapel's ahead 1-0. Krapel went 1 for 3 last night. Had a double in the 6th. Ended up advancing to third on a wild pitch from Parker Dilloff and would score the lone Trailblazer run. This one in the dirt. Runner takes off. Garcia struggles to pick it up, and Madsen steals a base. Madsen successfully takes the free 90 feet, and it's a runner in scoring position for Krapel with just 1 gone. When you look at Felix On, you know, he's got the put-away stuff. He's got the build to be a real dominant starter and an innings eater. Now the goal is to get him stretched out a little more and limit the walks, add to the innings pitch count. That 2-0 runs high and in, and it's quickly 3-0 to Krapel, with first base open. On's gone 4 or more innings in 4 out of his 5 starts this year, so a positive sign there in terms of collecting outs. Delivers the 3-0. It's a fastball called for strike 1. Steve Hilgendorf calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. Introduce you to the rest of the Blues. After the 3-1 from Felix On out of the stretch. Turns, picks to second, diving head first back safely is Madsen. Glenn Ballengow, longtime veteran of Mountain West umpiring, over at third base. Rob Minter making the safe call just now at second. The crew chief, Jason Kaminsky, down the first base line. On settles in, looks back to second before delivering a 3-1. That's a wild pitch. Ball 4 as well. So Madsen takes third base, and Krapel aboard via the free pass. That brings up Finnegan Stewart. Stewart played right field and left field last night. Getting the start in left today. 0 for 3, one of just 2 lineup spots for Utah Tech not to record a hit last night. They really spread the love in terms of sharing the offense. A lot of one-hit ball games for the Trailblazers lineup. Just the 1 run and an 11-1 UNLV victory. Stewart comes into this one hitting .274, 18 runs batted in, good for 4th on the team. He takes a first pitch sweeper outside, and that's ball 1. Finnegan, the big right-hander, was the hero for the Trailblazers just 2 nights ago. A walk-off home run at home against the Fresno State Bulldogs. Goes back to the sweeper once more missing high again, and it's 2-0. Here comes pitching coach Jeff Opalewski, coming out to have a word with Felix. No stranger to the mid-at-bat pitching changes, Coach Ope. It's pretty apparent he's a guy who's been around a long time, a wealth of knowledge in terms of pitching mechanics, mentality, all of those things that make up a collegiate pitcher, and definitely saw something he doesn't like in the early going from Ong. Talked to a lot about the difference in some of the mound visits, and the Hustlin' Rebels know, at least their infield, whether to come in for that actual mound visit or not. A lot of times, Coach Ope wants to have the one-on-one and get into the mind of whoever's on the rubber. Home plate ump coming up to break things up, and Coach Ope, some more words of encouragement on the way, retreating to the dugout. 2 early mound visits charged to the Hustlin' Rebels here in the top of the first. 2-0, Ong looking to settle in, find the pitch that he can go to. Hasn't quite been the sweeper, at least not to righties. We'll see what he dials up. 2-0 the count with runners on the corners. Picks, throws to first, diving back is Krapel, but he's safe. Ong, one of 4 different Rebel pitchers to successfully record a pickoff this year. They have 5 total. Ong looking to limit the damage on the bases with Krapel, a very capable runner. 4 stolen bases on 4 attempts in 2026. He fakes a takeoff as Stewart lines this one the other way. Carrying towards the line, about 5 feet into foul territory, as Jaden Hurdle was out there giving chase. The first strike to Finnegan Stewart, and the count will be 2-1 when we reset. Not a ton of gaudy offensive numbers when it comes to the ledgers of Utah Tech batters. But Finnegan Stewart, one of a few with multiple homers. This one he checks the swing. He did go, no appeal over to first, and it's quickly 2-2 after the 2-0 start and mound visit for Felix Ong. Very pivotal pitch coming up for Ong. Looking to win this at-bat. And here's the 2-2. Swung on. Hit way foul down the right field side. Looks to be that cutter. Ong has that cutter and that changeup that both sit upper 80s. Such different pitches with such different movements can provide a really tough look when you use them in unison. Before the 2-2, another pickoff over to first. Swipe tag from J-Rod at first, not in time. Certainly leery of Ryan Krapel over at first. Mays Madsen possesses solid speed. The true freshman with a short lead off third. Stewart looking for a ball in play to get him home. Here's the 2-2. Missing, out is wide. The throw down to second is not in time as Krapel will swipe the bag. Mays Madsen didn't quite make the read to dart home, so he stays at third. But it is a successful stolen base for Ryan Krapel. 2 allowed already this inning on the duo of Ong and Garcia. The pitch was ball 3 and no longer a double play opportunity. First base open, Ong turns his focus to the batter. And here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, foul tipped into the glove. It's a beautiful changeup by Ong. He picks up his first strikeout. Very well done, great pitch sequencing. That first UNLV strikeout brought to you by Belfour Property Restoration. And that's a big out number 2 as Cooper Smith steps into the left-hand batter's box with 2 on and 2 out. Cooper Smith, new addition to the lineup tonight. He's a sophomore, plays some catcher, plays some first. First pitch, sweeper in the dirt, blocked by Garcia, but that's ball one. Cooper Smith stands 6'1", 205. Comes into this hitting .278, 13 games started, so plays about 2 of every 3 games for the Trailblazers. Here's the 1-0. Again, that's the sweeper, and again it misses. Cooper Smith just 2 runs batted in, but has a long ball as well. Could explain why he's in that 5-hole. 2-0. Finds the outside corner. Great fastball location to the left-hander. It's a hitter's count at 2-1. Standard depth for Berrigan at third, but the right side of the infield, Johnny Rodriguez, Marcos Rosales have their heels on the outfield grass, playing deep with 2 gone. 2-1 is in the dirt, no offering. Count runs 3-1. Cooper Smith, one of 5 left-handed batters for Utah Tech today. Coach Fottenauer going with a more left-handed approach against the power righty in Felix On. Here's the 3-1 to Cooper Smith. Missing inside, and 3 walks for Felix On in the first. This one loads the bases. Brings up Ty Johnson.
The designated hitter, number 21, Ty Johnson.
Ty Johnson comes into this one leading Utah Tech in on-base percentage. Probably the last guy you want to face with the sacks full. On looking to dial in and escape without having any damage dealt. For Johnson, he drove in the lone run last night for Utah Tech, went 1 for 3. First pitch from Ong misses. Has a quick chat with Aiden Garcia, his catcher. Looking over at third, it's Drew Berrigan. We did have a late lineup scratch, Cooper Sheff, who homered in last night's ball game. Initially penciled in at third, but Berrigan shifted from DH over to third, and Gavin Taylor filled Cooper Sheff's spot in the lineup. He'll DH. Sweeper tumbles into the zone for called strike 1 to Ty Johnson. Johnson with 6 doubles at second on Utah Tech, trailing only Petey Soto Jr. He's playing short today. 1-1 pitch, cut fastball, finds the lower half of the zone, and it's 1-2. On gets the signal, and he's looking for his second put-away pitch of this inning. Loves to throw that sweeper to righties, but it's been boom or bust in the early going. Here's the kick in the 1-2. Swung on. Fouled on a line. That one exits the Earl. Ty Johnson saw it off, and he'll survive. Johnson, the typical everyday catcher, but when you're leading the team in on-base percentage and you're getting one of your Sundays off behind the dish, you got to keep the bat in the lineup, so he's DHing. 1-2, that's a cutter missing. Evens up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. That was pitch 30 for Felix Ong, too. 31 on the way. Getting stretched out a little bit in the top of the first is the Rebel right-hander. He delivers the 2-2, swung on, roped up the middle. Rosales, the backhand stab. Looks to second, instead sets and throws to first, and it's in time. Heads up play by Marcos Rosales. And Felix Ong strands the bases loaded. Well done to get out of the jam. No runs, no hits, no errors, but 3 left on halfway through the first. See the Rebel bats up when we come back here in Las Vegas. with you as we get ready for the bottom of the first. It's Brandon Cosell, the right-handed pitcher, getting the nod today for Utah Tech. Cosell, the junior, stands at 6'3", out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Transferred over from Scottsdale Community College. Cosell 1-0 so far with a 2.28 ERA. A very effective 23 2/3 innings for Cosell. He's a real pitch to contact guy, 18 strikeouts in those nearly 24 innings, but just 7 walks, so a great ratio there for Cosell. Cosell will start things off against Marcos Rosales, leading off. Typically in the 2-hole, but some lineup shifting going around from last night. Rosales in the leadoff spot. Rest of the Rebel lineup for you. Behind Rosales is Drew Berrigan over at third base. Batting third, the backstop, Aiden Garcia. Hitting cleanup is Nin Burns the second, with Johnny Rodriguez behind him. Gavin Taylor gets the start at DH. Batting sixth, 7-8-9 is Jack Salmon in left field, Jaden Hurdle in right, and Gunnar Myro at short. First pitch on the way to Rosales outside. Starts things off 1-0. Rosales comes into this one hitting .310. Smokes this one into the right center field gap, and that one's got some carry. One hop corralled by Mays Madsen as Rosales rounds second. The head first slide into second, throw not in time. Marcos Rosales showcasing some quick hands and some sweet speed. It's a single for a lot of guys in most lineups, but Rosales darting for second base all the way, and it's a lead-off double. Always awesome when you can have runners in scoring position for a guy like this, Drew Berrigan. Really special player for Stan Stolte's team. Transferring over from Western Kentucky, the former Hilltopper. He's at the top of most offensive categories for the Rebels as he scalds this one to the left side. It's off the third baseman's glove. Trickles into the outfield. It's P.D. Soto backing things up at shortstop, but a screaming base hit for Drew Berrigan. Rosales will hold up at third. Wish we had the exit velocity stats at our disposal at this point in the year, because that one came flying off the bat of Berrigan. He's a guy who loves to swing first pitch as well and was all over that 88-mile-per-hour fastball. Runners on the corners now, and it's Aiden Garcia. Garcia, the senior from Covina, California, steps in from the left side with an opportunity to do some early damage. First pitch, looping curveball, finds the inside corner. That's called strike one. Aiden Garcia hitting cleanup last night. 1 for 3 clip with a solo shot to lead off that electric bottom of the seventh. Scored twice as well. 0-1 pitch. Missing outside, that's Andrew Pyle trying to frame that into the zone. Count 1-1. Pyle, the backstop for Utah Tech today. Ryan Krapel over at third with P.D. Soto at short. Kyle McDaniel second base with Cooper Smith making up the rest of the infield. Big swing and a miss on the curveball. It's 1-2 to Garcia. Utah Tech's outfield consists of Gavin Long in right, Mays Madsen patrolling center field, and Finnegan Stewart out in left. 1-2 pitch with Cosell working out of the stretch. Curveball rolled over, foul. Garcia, a great approach. Very rarely swings at pitches out of the zone. Walks for him, second on the team. Cosell looks in, delivers the 1-2. Garcia staying alive once again. Another foul ball, this time to the left side. Garcia 5 home runs now with the long ball last night. Second on the team, only behind Drew Berrigan. Garcia, formerly a Florida Atlantic Owl, lots of reps as a catcher in the Sun Belt Conference last season. 1-2 pitch, fastball outside. Trailblazers dugout, yelling, hoping for the call, but just a hair outside from Cosell. Two main pitches we've seen so far from Cosell, the fastball and the curve, working in tandem. Here's the 2-2. Garcia chases high, swung on and missed. Swinging strikeout for Garcia. A big out number one for Cosell as he settles in. Runners remain on the corners, and it's Nin Burns the second. Burns playing center field today. I believe that's the first time this season he's been out there in center. Typically it's Reggie Bussey. Sometimes we see Jaden Sanchez, but tough game from Bussey last night. 3 strikeouts and popped up a bunt as well. So Burns getting the opportunity in center. Takes the first pitch and off speed in the zone for strike one. Burns hitting 5th last night, 1 for 4. Couple of strikeouts and a single. Burns awaits the 0-1. Here it comes from Brandon Cosell. This one popped way up. It's going to stay in the infield, it looks like. Tough to track. Petey Soto will call off his double play partner, Kyle McDaniel, make the grab. And that's 2 big timeouts for Brandon Cosell. Brings up the first baseman, Johnny Rodriguez.
The first baseman, number 24, Johnny Rodriguez.
Johnny comes into this one in 267. Raised the batting average a full 34 points yesterday, and he's a guy who's played every day. Must have been a spectacular performance. You'd be right. 4 plate appearances, 4 singles. 3 of them really hard hit, 1 an infield single, but J-Rod would come in to score 3 separate times. First pitch to him is fastball tailing inside. That's ball 1. Rodriguez standing from the left side, one of 3 lefties in Stan Stolte's lineup. 18 runs batted in for Rodriguez. Here's the 1-0. Soft roller to the right side. Kyle McDaniel scoops, throws. It's in time to beat Rodriguez by a step. And now both starting pitchers have escaped a first inning jam. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. We're through 1 full in Las Vegas. 0-0.
Health is here to help.
UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page is brought to you by Heaven Hill Brands, proud sponsor of UNLV Athletics, and by Finley Toyota. After the game or anytime, visit or click Finley Auto. Finley Toyota is the largest Toyota dealer in Nevada. Ask for John Barr. He'll do anything to sell you a car. Back with you for inning number 2. I'm Drew Neverett. Thanks for joining me on what's turned into a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Some cloud cover over the right field fence, but beautiful 85-degree afternoon. Felix Ong settles back in for inning number 2 and delivers a first pitch strike to the right fielder, Gavin Long. Gavin Long comes into this one with a .255 batting average. 4 extra bases, 3 of those being doubles. 1-0 pitch. The sweeper hits the outside corner. Great pitch from Ong. It's quickly 0-2 from Ong to Long. Lefty waves the bat in circles, awaits the 0-2. It's a fastball missing away. Gavin Long's a senior, listed at 5'10", from Orcutt, California, the transfer from Allen Hancock College. Lots of different junior colleges, working as feeder programs in the state of Utah for Utah Tech. Just want to change up, missing inside off the glove of Garcia. Count evened up at 2-2. Tough first inning for Felix Ong, but he got out of some muddy waters, stranding the bases loaded. Here's the 2-2. Fastball away, and it's 3 straight balls taken by Gavin Long. Gavin Long steps back in and awaits the payoff pitch from Felix Ong. This one flared into the left side, falls in front of Jack Salmon. That's a heck of an at-bat by Gavin Long. Started 0-2. Watched 3 consecutive balls, forced a pitch that he wanted, that being that fastball on the outside part, drives it the other way, and it's a leadoff base runner. Brings up the 8-hole hitter, catcher Andrew Pyle. Pyle, the senior out of Whittier, California. Transfer from Fullerton Community College. Stands in from the right side, squares around a bunt. No luck there, and a snapback throw from Aiden Garcia. Not in time to get the retreating Gavin Long. Andrew Pyle hitting .176. Just 34 at-bats this year. That's 6 hits, 5 singles and a double. Known more for his defense. Behind the dish. Here's the 1-2. Squares around a bunt. Fastball runs inside. Backs away Pyle as he pulls the bunt back. Petey Soto Jr., the shortstop on deck, the last trailblazer in this lineup yet to hit. An unorthodox 9-hitter because he plays shortstop, has a great build, and leads the team in batting average, leads the team in doubles. Just an excellent at-bat, and they prefer to have him round out the order in the 9 spot. Brief delay here as Andrew Pyle steps back in and awaits the 2-0 from Ong. Before that, another pickoff throw to first. And Long is safe. Drew Berrigan got the toes on the infield grass. He's creeping in. Awaiting the bunt. Pyle didn't quite start to square around on that 2-0. We'll see if the sign has changed. There's the square around Berrigan. Already charging, long pause from Ong. But Ong misses inside. 3-0 now, in danger of walking a 4th trailblazer. Hustling Rebel infielders retreat back to their standard positions. Rodriguez holding Long on first. See if Berrigan does charge. 3-0, Pyle squares around. Very likely he'll pull back, and he does as he watches ball 4 low. So 4 walks now for Felix Ong. Long moves to second. So Pyle is aboard.
The shortstop, number 4, Petey Soto Jr.
Brings up Petey Soto Jr. Definitely not your typical 9-hole hitter, not the guy you want to face with 2 on. Ong still looking to get out number 1 in the top of the 2nd. 42 pitches right now for Felix Ong as pitching coach Jeff Opalewski comes out. Haven't quite seen the signal yet. And that'll be it. Got LJ Manning coming in out of the bullpen. So the day is done for Felix Ong. Goes 1+ innings. Get you his full line and the specifics on LJ Manning when we come back. 2 on, nobody out in the top of inning number 2. Still scoreless from Earl E. Wilson Stadium. Back with you in Las Vegas. It's the top of the second. We have a pitching change brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil. Felix Ong, the starting pitcher, has been lifted after putting the first 2 men on base in the second inning. Can't quite close the line on him, but he went 1+ inning. 1 hit, 4 walks, and a strikeout. 42 pitches, 17 of those for strikes. In relief for him, it's LJ Manning. LJ, the left-handed junior, standing 6'2" from Balsam Lake, Wisconsin. He comes into this one for his 9th appearance as a hustling Rebel. He'll do so against Petey Soto Jr., who squares around to bunt. Foul tips the first one. Looked like it might have bounced off the bat and clipped the brim of his batting helmet. Shakes it off and looks back to the manager to get some more signs, see if the bunt is in fact still on. A lot of small ball, a lot of good base running utilized by Utah Tech throughout the season. It's propelled him to a 15-9 non-conference record playing up and down the West Coast. LJ Manning before the 0-1 tosses a perfect line to Gunnar Myro, checking the runner at second, but Gavin Long getting the uniform dirty, dives back in for what seems to be the 5th or 6th time he's been picked off. Petey Soto Jr. 1 for 3 with a double in the top of the 7th last night. Batters granted time here. Step back in against LJ Manning. Johnny Rodriguez, the first baseman, creeping up. Soto, more of a drag bunt there, fouled off again, and now he's behind 0-2 after 2 unsuccessful bunt attempts. LJ Manning in his previous 8 outings in 2026, 12 1/3 innings to an 8.76 ERA. It's impressive to me, though, for a guy whose job is to eat innings and get outs. He's got 21 strikeouts to just 6 walks. The command has really been there for Manning. Here's the 0-2, ground ball to the left side. It gets by Myro. Runner held at third. He will not try to score. Throws a little bit off kilter towards home plate, but it's a single for Petey Soto Jr. and the bases are loaded.
The second baseman, number 14.
Still nobody out, and Kyle McDaniel steps back up as Trailblazers order wraps around for the first time. McDaniel leads Utah Tech in hits and runs scored, in RBIs and walks. He's got a .463 on base percentage. Lots of different numbers you can point to prove you don't want to see this guy up with nobody out and the base is full. LJ Manning kicks, delivers the first pitch. It's in the dirt. That's ball one. LJ's gone at least an inning in every single one of his 8 outings so far out of the bullpen, with 4 stretching 2 innings or longer. Here's the 0-1 from the lefty. It's a fastball right down Main Street. Evens the count up, 1-1. LJ transferring over from Dakota Community Technical College. There's a 3-pitch mix with a 4-seamer, a changeup, and a sweeper. Here's the pitch. Hacked at and hit foul. That'll clear the bullpen shed in the third base Utah Tech bullpen. 1-2 now the count to Kyle McDaniel, and a big opportunity for LJ. Look for a ground ball or a pop-up, or best case scenario, a strikeout. Here's the 1-2 to the lefty McDaniel. Missing with that changeup in the dirt. It's blocked by Garcia. Count runs even, 2-2. LJ Manning, 3 different outings without allowing a run this year, but 5 outings having allowed either 2 or 3 runs, so a bit of a mixed bag from Manning. 1-2, beautiful pitch, caught him looking. Sweeper, so tough to read for the lefty out of the left-handed delivery from LJ Manning, and that's a beautiful pitch and exactly what the Hustlin' Rebels needed. Big out number 1 in the top of the second. 1 gone now with the bases loaded, brings up Mays Madsen. This is a stretch of 3 straight lefties to start the order for Utah Tech. Great decision to have LJ Manning, the lefty with the sweeper with some serious bite, to face these left-handed bats. First pitch misses, and it's 1-0 to Madsen. No official at-bat yet. One of the 4 walked Trailblazers by Felix Ong. He then stole second, would be stranded at third. Madsen swings at this one, foul tips it. Behind home plate, count even, 1-1. Mays Madsen came into the game last night in the bottom of the 6th for Case Naoni. Played some outfield roulette with all 3 outfielders changing positions last night for Utah Tech, as Manning misses with the fastball. 2-1. So Mays didn't get to record an at-bat last night. Yet to do so today with the base on balls. He awaits the 2-1 pitch, squares the bunt, pitch over his head. All the runners will advance. That is a textbook wild pitch. And Utah Tech is on the board first. Madsen was squaring around a bunt, trying to generate a run the old-fashioned way with some small ball, a suicide squeeze. That play might still be on, too. But I pulled back, and fastball slipped out of Manning's hands. Goes right over his head. So 1-0 Utah Tech. Pyle gets to third. Petey Soto Jr. to second. Still 1 out. And the count is 3-1 to Mays Madsen. There's the pitch. Swung on. Pop fly, shallow left field, giving chase. That's Gunnar Myro. He calls off his left fielder, and he makes the grab. So there's that pop-up you're looking for. Just 1 pitch too late after throwing a run-scoring wild pitch. Now there's 2 gone with 2 in scoring position for Ryan Krapel. Krapel, a leader on this team, 2-way guy. Everyday third baseman and bullpen arm extraordinaire. walked in the first and would steal second base for his 5th stolen bag of the season. First pitch from Manning misses just a bit inside. And it's 1-0. Krapel hailing from Poway, California. A transfer from Arizona State. 1-0 pitch from Manning. Taken. That's inside corner with the fastball, and it's 1-1. Krapel getting some serious reps as a Sun Devil, who the Hustlin' Rebs get to see tomorrow night. Real premier event. It's become a yearly tradition over at Las Vegas Ballpark. The 1-1 changeup missing inside. Really focusing on that inside corner is Manning. It's 2-1. If you haven't already bought your tickets, go ahead and do so. Tomorrow night, 6:05. Ryan Martone will get the start for UNLV against the Sun Devils. 2-1 pitch off speed into the zone. And that's called strike 2. Just $25 to get in the door and to watch a ball game at one of the most premier venues in the United States, Las Vegas Ballpark in Summerlin. Here's the 2-2 from Manning. Swung on and missed. Reaches back, gets some extra ticks on the fastball, and retires the side. 1 run's going to score, charge to Felix Ong on that L.J. Manning wild pitch. On 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. Halfway through the second, Utah Tech up top on UNLV, 1-0 here in Las Vegas. UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page is brought to you by Intermountain Health. They're here to help you live the healthiest life possible. As the official health partner of UNLV Athletics, Intermountain Health is dedicated to promoting health and wellness in our community. And by Parkway Tavern, official partner of UNLV Athletics and your official home of Rebels on the Road. With over 250 beers, 24/7 gaming, and 7 Valley locations, there's no better place to catch the game than Parkway Tavern. Go Rebels. Make sure you head on over if you're in the area to the Flamingo Parkway location. Got a watch party going on for the UNLV Runnin' Rebels. My brother Matt in Oklahoma for the call. Chance for Josh Pastner and his squad to extend their season in the NIT. That one's at 4 o'clock local time. Back with you for the bottom of the second. The 6, 7, and 8 batters for the Hustlin' Rebels to lead things off as Utah Tech has gained a 1-run lead. It's Gavin Taylor, the designated hitter. Late addition to the lineup, replacing Cooper Sheff is Gavin. The 6'2" junior from Tarzana, California, getting his 9th start of the season. First pitch from Brandon Kosel was a fastball, called for strike 1. Gavin comes into this one, 31 at-bats, he's hitting 194. 2 deep flies, 7 runs batted in. Kosel out of the stretch, the pitch fouled off by Gavin Taylor. Scooped up by Jack Salmon on deck. Quickly 0-2 to Gavin Taylor. Taylor pretty consistently in the lineup as a second-tier option. He's gotten a lot of starts in the backup catcher role and DHing today. Checks his swing there on the outside corner. Peeled to first. Jason Kaminsky says no. So that's ball 1 to Gavin. Brandon Kosel. An effective first frame after putting both Rosales and Berrigan on. Would get the next three batters in order. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside with the fastball. Evens it up 2-2. A base hit from Berrigan would extend his hit streak to 9 games. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Taylor way early on an off speed. Excellent curveball there by Kosel. That's his second strikeout and the first out for UNLV in inning number 2.
The left fielder,
Brings up Jack Salmon, the left fielder. He's hitting 7th today. Comes into this one hitting .353. Good for 3rd total on the team. 2nd in terms of guys that are qualified statistically. Jack's really picked things up. Puts a lot of bat on ball. Went 3 for 4 last night. Really could have gone 4 for 4. The fly out he had in the 8th was a remarkable defensive play by Hudson Manwaring, who occupied center last night. First pitch is a curveball for strike 1. Salmon drove in 2. RBI double in the 2nd, and RBI double in the 7th. Really impressed with the bottom of the order last night for UNLV as this fastball skipped in the dirt. Count runs 1-1. 11 runs for UNLV last night, but 8 of them driven in by the 7, 8, and 9 men in the order. Cooper Sheff drove in 3 with a deep fly. Jack Salmon, 2 RBIs, and Gunnar Myro, 3 ribbies of his own. 1-2 pitch, missing low and in. 2-1 the count to Salmon. 4 extra base hits this season for Jack, 3 doubles and a 3-bagger as well. He's driven in 12. Salmon with the hands, tight to the left ear. Takes low. It's 3-1 to the Rebel left fielder. A little bit of shifting going on in the Utah Tech infield as second baseman plays in shallow right field. 3-1 pitch. Salmon hits it on a hard line to the right fielder. Leaping grab by Gavin Long. Hit it right into that shift, just a bit more elevated. Gets out to the right fielder, and Gavin Long a little leap. And a great grab to retire Salmon. It's 2 quick outs for Brandon Kosel, and faced Jaden Hurdle. Jaden Hurdle, this is his 13th start of the season. 43 at-bats, he's hitting 186. 7 runs batted in. First pitch on the way to Jaden. Takes low, that's ball 1. Jaden, the sophomore from Fresno, California. Stands 6'1". He's listed as an infielder, but he's gotten some hacks. He's both an infielder and an outfielder. Slotted in right field today. 1-0 pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, called for strike 1. Hurdle with 7 ribbies in limited plate appearances this year. A pretty clutch hitter when he gets his chances. He awaits the 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Kosel takes a little bit off of that one. Looked to be a change-up low, and he's 1 strike away from a quick 1-2-3 frame. Kosel working quickly. Back in his stretch, here's the kick. Missing low. Good block by Andrew Pyle, the backstop. That curveball's been really effective for Kosel thus far. Struck out both Garcia and Taylor via the looping curve. Reset and ready for the 2-2. Here's Kosel, big swing and a miss. Extending is Jaden Hurdle. He goes down swinging. And a quick, efficient 1-2-3 frame for Brandon Kosel. We're through 2 full innings here in Las Vegas. Utah Tech atop the UNLV Hustlin' Rebels by a score of 1-0. It's the top of the third here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium.
Leading off for the Trailblazers.
Utah Tech up top on
Number 40,
UNLV,
Stewart.
1-0. Only run so far plated by a wild pitch. It's LJ Manning back out on the rubber for the Husson Rebels. He'll face Finnegan Stewart, the left fielder. First pitch to Stewart, hit on the line, right to Rosales. Takes one step to his right, squeezes the glove, and just like that, one pitch, one out for LJ Manning. Moves Finnegan Stewart to 0-2 and moves Cooper Smith up to bat. Cooper Smith over at first base.
Number 16, Cooper Smith.
Drew a walk with 2 outs in the first inning. Would end up being stranded at first. Want to keep you updated on all UNLV sports as much as possible. On the softball diamond, UNLV up top 3-0 right now in the bottom of the 4th on San Diego State, looking to complete a home sweep of the Aztecs. Would be a massive result for Christy Fox and the softball team. 1-0 pitch. Slider missing off the inside part. 2-0 to Cooper Smith. Smith, the lefty, with the hands way low. Watches a fastball. Called for strike 1. With the run coming across for Utah Tech, a runner that was put on by Felix Hong, we can close the book on him. 1 earned run, 4 walks, and the 1 strikeout being the standout numbers. Just 42 pitches for Felix Hong, 17 for strikes. I think that discrepancy is the reason he was lifted so early. His previous 5 starts, he'd thrown between 75 and 97 pitches in those outings. The 3-1 pitch hits the outside corner. Called strike 2. Count is full to Cooper Smith, who is winding up the bat to toss it over to the dugout. Thought he got that ball for call. 3-2 pitch on the way from LJ Manning, and he plunks him. Off-speed pitch, missed his spot. Cooper Smith ducking down, but he's hit by the pitch, and Utah Tech has a runner aboard with 1 gone.
Number 21, Ty Johnson.
Brings up Ty Johnson, the DH. He's 0 for 1 today. Ground out to Marcos Rosales at second to end the first inning and get out of that bases loaded jam. Smith with a decent lead over at first, being held on by Rodriguez. Manning delivers in the dirt. It's going to be a wild pitch, and Cooper Smith hustles all the way to second base. It's a real tough one on that changeup pitch, too, with Garcia having to block it. He did keep it in front of him, did most of his job there, but it kind of flickered away towards the right side of home plate, almost up the first baseline. So Smith with good reaction time is aboard second base. Here's the 1-0. Check swing. It hits off the bat, ricochets into the net for a foul ball. Count 1-1 to Ty Johnson. Johnson, the red shirt senior from Pittsburgh, formerly a Gonzaga Bulldog, then went to Salt Lake Community College before ending up a Trailblazer this year. Takes a fastball outside. It's 2-1 to Johnson. Johnson standing 6'3", second tallest member of this team. Watches the 2-2 pitch. Great off-speed location on the inside, right on the hands. Gets the call. The count runs 2-2 to Johnson. Cooper Smith on second. Quick pick. Checking on Smith. No luck there. Huston Rebels middle infield has very much been on the same page as their pitchers the past week or so. In terms of the timing of a pickoff move at second, they've been extremely close on a couple instances, but good to to see the connection between the pitchers, and typically it's Rosales covering at second, but Myro as well for right-handed pitching. Brief pause so Manning can keep his jersey tucked in, and here's the 2-2. Off-speed pitch fouled off, dribbles towards the Utah Tech dugout. We stay at a 2-2 count. Sun coming out a little bit more than in the past, trying to creep through the cloud cover in right field. But a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Manning kicks, delivers the 2-2. Fastball runs high and in. Brings the count full. First base open, so a walk isn't the end of the world. There is one out, and it would set up a double play. Worst case scenario. Here's the 3-2 from LJ, missing high, and that's ball 4. 5 walks for Rebel pitching so far. Ty Johnson's aboard at first.
17, Gavin Long.
Aiden Garcia now walks up to the mound to have a word with his battery mate, LJ Manning. Likely talking strategy and how to induce a ground ball double play here with Gavin Long, the right fielder, coming up. It's 3 mound visits and as many innings for the Hustlin' Rebels. Brings up the lefty, Gavin Long. Singled in the second to lead things off. Would come around to score on the wild pitch, representing the game's lone run thus far. Manning out of the stretch delivers. Fastball called for strike 1. LJ pretty consistent with that fastball location. The diciness tends to run up when he mixes the sweeper in more often than not. Against the lefty, though, that's a great strategy to get the swings and misses. He's using that sweeper. See it right there, but starts a bit too far inside. Doesn't get the call. And it's 1-1. Gavin Long looking for RBI number 10. 1-1 on the way. Thinks about offering, doesn't. Fastball on the outside corner gets the call, and it's 1-2. LJ Manning, 23 strikeouts now on the year with 2 in the last frame. That's the sweeper again, slipping out of the hand and hitting his second batter. It's twice now, and 2 strike counts with Cooper Smith and Gavin Long. He's attempted to throw the sweeper, hasn't gotten any of the break it's supposed to, and hit the batter square in the back. So just like that, the bases are loaded after a first pitch line out. Thought this had potential for a quick inning, and now we're looking at bases loaded with 1 gone. Andrew Pyle about to come up. Before that, it's a mound visit from Coach Opalewski. And he's made the signal, taking the ball from LJ, so Manning strands the bases loaded. We'll have the pitcher coming to relieve Manning when we come back. 1-0 Utah Tech, bases loaded with 1 out here in the top of inning number 3. with you after our pitching change. It's Yates Bland coming in to relieve L.J. Manning. As Manning strands the bases, loads the bases rather, with just one gone. Yates Bland, the 6'6" senior right-hander out of Chapin, South Carolina, comes into this one for his 7th appearance on the year. 4.74 ERA and a 2-0 record to Bland's ledger so far. He's tasked with a tough one as he delivers his first pitch, called for strike one to the catcher Andrew Pyle. Yates has occupied the swingman role, a couple of starts in the midweek this season, and some relief appearances as well. Bland works quick. Umpires want to slow things down a little bit. Time is called by Steve Hilgendorf behind the dish. Yates has thrown as many as 74 pitches in a 4-inning start against Northern Colorado earlier this year. So 1 pitch missing outside on the fastball, 1-1. 19 innings for Bland, 16 Ks to just 4 walks. He keeps things controlled. He controls the pace of the game as well. Pitching quickly. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, driven on a line to left field. Falls in front of Salmon. Throw is on the way. It's not cut off, and it's not in time. It also slips behind the runner, Garcia, or the catcher, pardon me, Garcia. So that'll be an error to advance the runner to third, but a 2-run single for Andrew Pyle. Just like that, Utah Tech is aboard. In the lead, 3-0. Not what you want to see coming out of the bullpen if you're Yates Bland, and 2 of 3 possible runners inherited will be charged to L.J. Manning, with Gavin Long representing the third over at third base. So still 1 out, brings up Petey Soto Jr., the shortstop. Bland looks to reset, first pitch inside, that's ball 1. Soto singled in inning number 2. Advanced to second on a wild pitch where he would eventually be stranded. Nothing now in favor of the Trailblazers. Bland delivers the 1-0. Slider cuts in, finds the inside corner for strike 1. Tough too, looking into the future of this one with Brandon Kosel, the right-handed starter for Utah Tech, looking great so far. They're going to try to extend him as long as he'll go, and the Rebels strictly looking at this game from a bullpen perspective now, with the starter Ong just going 1 inning. Bland missing low once again, and it's 2-1 to Soto. Soto, the hometown product out of St. George, Utah, to Crimson Cliffs High School, just down the road from Utah Tech. 2-1 pitch on the way from Bland. Slider called for strike 2. Slider, sweeper, whatever you want to call it, from Yates Bland, a very effective pitch, especially to the right-handers when he can control it like he has so far in this at-bat. So hard to make that split-second decision to offer at it. There's a pick-off move over to first, checking on Andrew Pyle. With 2 strikes and with 1 out, might be advantageous to take off from first base. Pyle, not a typical speed threat, a catcher who hasn't attempted a stolen base this season. This one lifted shallow into left. It will fall once again in front of Sam on a soft base hit with 2 strikes. A clutch piece of hitting from Petey Soto Jr., and it's an RBI single. 4-0 now, Utah Tech leads. Can now close the line on L.J. Manning.
The second baseman, number 14.
All 3 of the runners he put on in this inning came around to score. 1 inning and a third, just 1 hit. 3 runs, a walk, 2 strikeouts on 36 pitches. Not the consistency we're used to seeing from LJ. Bland now with runners on first and second, and facing the leadoff man, Kyle McDaniel. McDaniel with the low hands, waggles and waits. First pitch in the dirt. 1-0. McDaniel 0 for 2. Today, 1 for 4 last night. You could say he's due as the bona fide best batting option for the Trailblazers. No pitch on the way from Bland. Change up in there for strike 1. Utah Tech out of the Western Athletic Conference. Their last season in the WAC being 2026. They'll join the Mountain West next season in 2027. See a lot more Trailblazers baseball here in Las Vegas. This pitch misses inside, and it's 2-1. McDaniel, 25 runs batted in out of the leadoff spot. Paces Utah Tech. Number 26 standing on second base. Yates Bland looking to prevent. Here's the 2-1. Swung on, fouled off, a dribbler. Foul in first base foul territory. And another 2-strike count. This has been the biggest challenge for Rebel pitching today. Getting lots of batters to 2 strikes, but the 2-strike approach preached to the Trailblazers constantly works. They're constantly putting balls in play. Today they've been much more competitive offensively. Here's the 2-2. Got him looking. The punch out of Kyle McDaniel. Beautiful sweeper on the outside corner. Bland hits the spot he needs to, and that's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 1, Mays Madsen.
Beautiful pitch. First K of the day for Yates Bland. And now there's 2 gone for Mays Madsen, the center fielder. Madsen awaits. Bland kicks. Fastball missing away. Madsen 0 for 1. A pop-up to the shortstop. Great play made by Gunnar Myro. Went into shallow left center field. Jack Salmon came in, but Myro called him off to make the play. There's the 1-0 to the lefty. Missing again outside is Bland. 2-0. Yates Bland in his first season on the West Coast after 3 full seasons with the Citadel Military University in South Carolina. 2-0 delivery, off speed, called for strike 1. Went 3-6 over 3 seasons at the Citadel, made 4 starts, but 33 other appearances out of the bullpen. That 2-1 pitch tails inside for ball 3. Real breakout year was a season ago for Yates Bland. 19 appearances through 50 1/3 innings at the Citadel to a 4.11 ERA. Very productive season for Yates in 2025. Here's the 3-1. That pitch misses low, doesn't get the call, and it's another walk to a Trailblazer batter. This moves Pyle to third, moves Soto to second. Mays Madsen is aboard, and once again, the bases are loaded this inning with 3 separate Utah Tech Trailblazers. Still the top of the 3rd, 2 gone. Bases are loaded, and it brings up Ryan Krapel. Left-handed hitting third baseman. A walk and a strikeout so far for him this afternoon. He awaits the first pitch from Yates Bland. Swung on, rolled over, foul. And it's 0-1. First pitch strikes. Extremely important, especially with these runners on base. Always have to be weary of the offensive approach of Utah Tech. They want to keep putting balls in play, especially a dangerous bat like Krapel. Here's the pitch, smack to the left side. It's under the glove of Berrigan, a base hit. Soto's going to score. It's a 2-run single for Ryan Krapel, and the hit parade continues for Utah Tech. Kyle and Soto both score. It's 5 runs this inning. And the Trailblazers have officially batted around as Finnegan Stewart comes up, who led off this inning. 6-0 the current count. Utah Tech over UNLV. Finnegan Stewart, the first pitch of this inning from L.J. Manning was a softly hit liner right to Marcos Rosales, who made the catch. That was about 22 minutes ago. First pitch on the way from Yates Bland. Before that, he steps off to pick. Almost released, but nobody over to cover. Just a typical disengagement as he steps back onto the rubber. Arm hangs. Checks back to second, kicks and delivers. Snap back throw to first, a bit high from Garcia. You love the sentiment there as Krapel was taking a massive secondary lead. He's not being held on with the bases loaded, so Garcia certainly on the right track there. Krapel a headfirst dive, and the throw just a bit high from Garcia, but counts 1-0 as Finnegan Stewart has the bases loaded. 1-0 pitch, missing high and in. (2-0) the count to Finnegan Stewart. The true sophomore, standing 6'1", 215 from Anaheim Hills, California. 2-0 from Bland, missing outside. It's 3-0 with nowhere to put Finnegan Stewart. Bland at 23 pitches now. You wonder what the rest of the bullpen plan would look like if Bland can't get out of this one. Here's the 3-0. Fastball called for strike one. Bland stays in this duel with that strike. Finnegan Stewart, one of 2 Trailblazers to not reach base. He and leadoff man Kyle McDaniel without a successful trip aboard, and that changes right now with a 2-out bases loaded run scoring walk for Finnegan Stewart. That's Krapel going to second, Mays to third. Bases are loaded, and it's Cooper Smith.
Number 16, Cooper Smith.
And before the Smith at bat, it's Jeff Opalewski back out. See if it's a visit and see if he lifts Bland. Crosses the arm, signaling this will just be a conversation. This will be a settling down Yates Bland type of mound visit. 10 Utah Tech batters have come up this half inning. 2 of them being hit by pitch. 3 singles. 3 walks as well. Bit of a variety for Utah Tech. Getting on and producing runs. Mound visit has been broken up. Infield retreats back to their positions. And it's a really big time spot here for Yates Bland. With the type of offensive prowess the Hustlin' Rebels present to any team, they're never out of a game, but it's a massive difference between 6 runs and 8 to 10 runs. If there's a hit or an extra base hit here from Cooper Smith, you want to keep things manageable, especially in the early going. It's still just the 3rd frame, so plenty of ups for the Rebels to get some offense back. First pitch from Bland. Slips way outside. You can see the disappointment as he turns his head over to the first base side. Deep breath from Bland before he toes the slab. And delivers the 1-0 to Cooper Smith. Missing outside, 2-0. Smith, no official at-bat recorded. Drew a 2-out walk in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third, would come around to score the first run of this 5-run top half of the third. 2-0 on the way. Fastball gets the call. It's a 2-1 hitters count to Cooper Smith. Smith, a .389 slugging. It's last among qualified Trailblazer batters, so not too many extra base hits for him on the year. So this 2-1 pitch called for strike 2. 2-2 with 2 outs. Yates Bland looking for the strikeout pitch. Looking to dial one up and keep the deficit at 6 runs. Here's the kick in the 2-2. Misses high. Count is now full with the bases full of Trailblazers. Ty Johnson, the DH, on deck. And there's nowhere for Yates Bland to put Cooper Smith. Big spot. Here's the payoff pitch from the Rebel righty. Ball high. It's another walk. It'll score Mays Madsen from third. Everybody else advances the 90 feet. 7-0 Trailblazers.
Number 21, Ty Johnson.
Eighth walk of the day for Hustlin' Rebel pitching. They've recorded as many outs. And that brings up Ty Johnson, the DH. He walked and came around to score this inning. First pitch he sees is that sweeper. Finds the zone, called strike 1. Johnson, the right-hander, hitting .327. Fastball at the letters. It's called for strike 2. Quickly 0-2 for Yates Bland. Looking to get some rhythm going, looking to put down the Trailblazer DH. Rosales at second, shaded a bit up the middle. Here's the 0-2, and it clips him on the elbow. Great position to be in 0-2. Bland gets a little bit too close to the sun. Another hit by pitch. That one scores a run for Ty Johnson. So it's 8-0. 7 have come across now in the top half of the third. Yates Bland still on the mound with maybe a couple of Rebel arms warming up in the bullpen. Gavin Long comes to bat. He's scored twice already in this one. A base hit and a hit by pitch, how he reached base. First pitch fastball low and in, gets the corner, and that's strike 1. Gavin Long, the senior, one of 5 left-handed bats in today's lineup. Thinks about offering, doesn't. But it's a called strike for Yates Bland, and once again, he's up 0-2 on a batter. Let's see if he can finish this time, bases loaded, in an 8-0 contest. Big kick from Bland, swung on, tipped foul. Gavin Long stays alive. Long, the 4th member of Utah Tech's lineup to have a second plate appearance this inning. Looking to extend their lead. Bland looking to shut him down. 0-2 pitch misses outside. Tried to get that front door sweeper going, but missing a bit outside is Bland. Bland a deep breath and delivers the 1-2 on the corner. Got him looking, strike 3. Gavin Long goes down looking, but some severe damage done by Utah Tech. They played 7 and bring 13 men to bat in the top of the third. Be back with the bottom of the third inning. Utah Tech on top of the Hustlin' Rebels, 8-0. UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page is brought to you by Sierra AC. Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing make quality service their top priority and were voted best air conditioning company in Las Vegas. Their highly trained technicians will make sure the job is done right the first time. Sierra Air Conditioning is here to help you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call Sierra Air Conditioning and Plumbing today for service that soars above the rest. I'm Drew Neverett, back with you for the bottom of the third here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. It's Utah Tech on top of UNLV, 8-0. Put up a gaudy 7 runs, did the Trailblazers in the top half of the third. Starting pitcher Brandon Cosell back out for his third full inning of work. He'll start things off with Gunnar Myro taking his first cuts. Gunnar Myro comes into this one hitting .477, not quite a qualified bat, but would lead the team in that category. He's been stellar since coming back from an early season injury. 1-0, squares to bunt, pulls back. Cosell misses outside, and it's 2-0. Myro, 2 for 2 last night. A walk, a hit by pitch, a bunt single, and a walk-off mercy rule 2-run homer. 2-0 again, squares, pulls back this time. Cosell clips the outside part of the plate. That's 2-1. The 2-run homer gave Myro 3 runs batted in. His 4th multi-RBI game and his 3rd in a row that he's played in. Swinging a real hot bat. Scalds one over to the left-hand side. Backhanded scoop. The throw is in time. Spectacular play by Ryan Krapel. The degree of difficulty on that really can't be understated. Charging, running towards home plate, reaching across your body with the backhand on a short hop, and then making that sidearm throw with opposite momentum from the rest of your body. Perfect throw, perfect play from Ryan Krapel. And there's one down in the Rebel half of the third. Brings up Marcos Rosales for the second time. Led off the first with a double. First pitch, he swings, hits a chopper to second base. 3 hops, Kyle McDaniel fields, scoops, throws to his left, and retires Rosales. So just a few pitches needed for Brandon Cosell to get 2 Rebel batters to ground out. 2 gone, and it's Drew Berrigan, who extended his hit streak to 9 games with a single in the bottom of the first. Berrigan hitting above .430. It's been excellent. 30 runs batted in as well with his performance last night. Good for top 50 in collegiate baseball. First pitch he sees, the curveball tumbles into the zone. That's called strike 1 on Berrigan. Berrigan over at third base today. He's been DHing a lot recently. 0-1 pitch, misses away. Cooper Sheff played a lot of short and a lot of third the last couple of years. Was slated to be the third baseman today. Took a long extended swing today in batting practice, maybe some sort of oblique tightness or soreness, but he was a late scratch, and Berrigan moved from DH to the hot corner today. It's now 1-2 to Drew. And Cosell looks for his 9th consecutive Rebel retired. 1-2 on the way. Here's the kick. Checks his swing. Did not go. Catcher asks for an appeal. They get one down to first. No swing the call. 2-2 to Berrigan, a senior from Trabuco Canyon, California. Ready for the 2-2. Caught him looking. The off-speed pitch on the outside corner. Beautiful location by Brandon Cosell. And he retires the side for the 2nd straight inning. 9 unanswered Hustlin' Rebels put down through 3 full innings. Utah Tech on top of UNLV, 8-0 here from the Earl. Drew Neverett back here with you. It's the fourth inning about to get underway. Utah Tech on top of UNLV by the score of 8-0. Got ourselves a Valvoline instant oil pitching change. Yates Bland has been lifted. Gavin Bowen is replacement. The 6'2" junior, big lefty out of Waukesha, Wisconsin. Came over to UNLV this year after 2 full seasons at State College of Florida at the JUCO level. This is the 8th appearance so far this year for Gavin Bowen. He's gone 7 2/3 innings pitched with a 5.87 ERA. First pitch from him on the way. It's a fastball to the catcher, Andrew Pyle. Takes for strike 1. Pyle, a walk and an RBI single so far. Next pitch from Bowen is a changeup missing low. Count even 1-1. 10 walks and 10 Ks this year for Gavin Bowen. The lanky lefty provides a lot of different looks. A little bit of volatility in terms of the K to walk ratio. This one, perfect off-speed pitch taken for strike 2. Bowen threw 52 2/3 innings over 2 seasons at the State College of Florida. This 1-2 pitch, chopped foul. Pyle stays alive. Bowen, the 4th pitcher used today. We're here in the 4th inning for UNLV. Limiting the free passes is the key to extending the outing for a couple of these guys. Here's the 1-2. Check swing, hit foul once more by Andrew Pyle. Ong, the starter, walked 4. LJ Manning, a walk and a lot of singles, and Yates Bland walked 3, hit 2. This pitch, 1-2, dials up the fastball, but just a touch inside. Count runs even at 2-2. Keep you updated on the UNLV softball game going on across the street at Eller Media Softball Stadium. It's 5-5 in the 5th. San Diego State with a comeback bid. Here's this one, grounded to the left side. Scooped by Myro. The throw is in time, and they'll retire Andrew Pyle. Great for Gavin Bowen to retire the first batter of the inning. And that brings up Petey Soto Jr., the Trailblazers shortstop.
The shortstop, number 4, Petey Soto Jr.
Soto 2 for 2 with a pair of base hits. One of 7 Trailblazers to score in the top of the 3rd after driving in a run with a single. First pitch from Bowen, off speed, gets the call. That's strike 1. Bowen attended P27 Academy in Lexington, South Carolina, a hotbed for baseball talent in high school. As this one's driven on a line to left field, Salmon tracks it down and makes the catch. Great defense, retires Petey Soto, and 2 quick outs under the belt for Gavin Bowen. We'll have the 4th time through the Utah Tech lineup coming up as Kyle McDaniel steps in for his 4th ups. 2 strikeouts, both looking for Kyle McDaniel today. Team leader in many an offensive category. Takes the first pitch fastball in the dirt. Bowen has thrown as few as 9 pitches in an outing this year, and as many as 39. It's 1-0 fastball, missing low, and it's 2-0 to Kyle McDaniel. The goal for Bowen is usually to get through 1 strong inning, but I would think especially in an instance like today, he could hopefully go 2. His changeup just misses at the ankles. 3 straight balls delivered to Kyle McDaniel, the second baseman. Bowen the 3-0, misses in the dirt. It's a 4-pitch walk, and Kyle McDaniel aboard for the first time today. And that now makes it every single Utah Tech runner has reached base so far in this one. 2 away in the top of the 4th. The center fielder, Mays Madsen, will hit out of the left-handed batter's box. 0 for 1, 2 walks today. Bowen's slider misses low and away. Mays Madsen, like most of his teammates, the pant legs rolled up above the knees, the old school stirrup look. Takes outside, ball 2. Aiden Garcia gives the sign to Bowen. Here's the 1-0. Also missing outside. Bowen narrowly missing on a lot of these pitches early on. Seems to have the right idea going, but the plate discipline really on display from the Trailblazers. 8 consecutive balls for Gavin Bowen. Walks McDaniels, walks Madsen. It's 10 walks for Trailblazer batters today, and still 2 gone will bring up Ryan Krapel. And it's a self-imposed mound visit by the Hustlin' Rebel team here. Each and every infielder coming up to Bowen to give some support. A couple of knuckle touches. And
number 22, Ryan Krapel.
a couple attaboys, a couple let's goes. Trying to settle their guy down. It's the 5th mound visit officially for UNLV this afternoon. Brings up Ryan Krapel, a clutch 2-out, 2-run single an inning ago for the third baseman. Also with a walk and a stolen base today. First pitch low and away, blocked by Garcia. I think 7 or 8 of those consecutive 9 balls have been a very similar pitch. Type of overextension, just low and away, forcing Garcia to make a play behind the dish. Here's the 1-0 to Bowen. Right back at it, low and away, blocked by Garcia. 2-0 to Krapel. We're here in the press box, definitely gearing up to see him potentially pitch in this 2-game set. Might not be the case with a mercy rule last night. A dicey one here, the opposite direction. 2-0 pitch, fastball inside corner. Great pitch dialed up by Gavin, and it's 2-1 to Krapel. Krapel, the junior, listed as both a third baseman and a right-handed pitcher. Two-way player, takes in the dirt. It's 3-1, and Bowen in danger of walking his 3rd consecutive Trailblazer. Definitely some movement in the first base bullpen of UNLV. 3-1 pitch, not close. It's 3 consecutive walks for the 1, 2, and 3 men in the Utah Tech lineup. After 2 quick outs, the bases are now full once again, and it's Finnegan Stewart. Stewart, no hits on the day. Drew a walk from Yates Bland in the 3rd inning. 2 gone, a very pivotal plate appearance for both sides. First pitch from Bowen, offered at and missed. Swings underneath the off-speed pitch, and it's 0-1 to Finnegan Stewart. Finnegan Stewart, the right fielder last night, went 0 for 3. Shifted from right field to left field defensively in the bottom of the 6th. Takes that same pitch, this time in the zone. It's 0-2. Finnegan Stewart. Chris Fottenhauer, the manager, is called for time, wants to have a word with his left fielder. of talking him through the rest of this at-bat. Been a little baffled by the first two pitches, both coming in. That changeup at 80 miles per hour. First one swung through, second one taken right down the middle. So after the timeout that Utah Tech asked for, Stewart steps back in with an 0-2 count. Bowen's got his sign. Brings the ball to the glove. Kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Goes downstairs, gets the strikeout, and strands the bases loaded. No runs, no hits, no errors, but 3 left on once again for Utah Tech. Heading into the bottom of the 4th, the Trailblazers atop the Hustlin' Rebels, 8-0. UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics page is brought to you by America First, Nevada's premier credit union. Whatever financial goals you've got for yourself, your family, or your business, America First can help you get your money working. So head to americafirst.com and join the home team today. We're lucky enough to have a America First Credit Union rep, Haley Rowland, throughout the first pitch today. Thanks to Haley for getting us started. The ceremonial first pitch. We're back with you. It's the bottom of the 4th. 8-0 the lead. Utah Tech over UNLV. It's Brandon Kosel, the starter, still going strong. Currently on a streak of retiring 9 consecutive Rebel batters, dating back to Aiden Garcia, 2 outs in the first inning. Kosel's done it on just 39 pitches, no walks, 4 strikeouts. The definition of efficiency so far in this one. Start things off with the 3, 4, and 5 in the order. It's Aiden Garcia, the catcher. Struck out swinging back in inning number 1. First pitch, fastball on the outside corner, called for strike 1. Utah Tech looking mighty impressive at the plate, showcasing their discipline, their base running, ability to find singles where they're offered. So 1 pitch, called for strike 2. Garcia watched 2 unanswered strikes and now in a hole. Kosel working exclusively out of the stretch today, the 0-2. Off-speed pitch offered by Aiden, fouls this one off. Stays alive and it stays 0-2. Kosel made 5 starts this year, has been effective in all of them. No losses to the ledger. It's just been hard for him to get through that 5th full inning and earn a win. This 0-2, Garcia rolls over on, hits foul down the first baseline. Started off his season with a win February 15th when Utah Tech took down UC Riverside. Kosel went 6 1/3, shutout innings, no walks, 3 hits. That's kind of the pace he's on right now. Delivers the 0-2 to Garcia, misses outside with the fastball. 2 other outings for Kosel this year in which he hasn't allowed an earned run. against a couple of common foes with UNLV. 4 shutout innings against Northern Colorado and 4 2/3 against Austin Peay. Gave up 3 earned, none of them charged to his ERA as Garcia fouls off another. Coastal's most recent start went 5 2/3, so got stretched out through 87 pitches, a season high for him. Allowed just 1 hit and a loss to Santa Clara. 2 runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks in that one. 1-2 on the way. Elevates the fastball, swung on and missed, and Garcia goes down swinging for the second time. Make it 10 straight retired Rebels. Brandon Coastal.
Number 21, Nan Burns the second.
Brings up Nin Burns the second. Playing in center field today. Not used to seeing Burns out in center. Almost always in right field. Typically a corner outfielder, but haven't seen many opportunities for him to make a play defensively yet in this one. First pitch, looping curveball, misses in the dirt to Burns. Burns took a big hack in the bottom of the first, popped one up to Kyle McDaniel at second base, and his lone plate appearance today. 1-0 from Coastal, goes back to that curveball. Same spot, misses low once again. Burns ahead in the count, 2-0. Burns, the redshirt senior, transferred from Northwest Nazarene Community College, where he just absolutely tore it up at the plate last year. Had the attention of a lot of schools. Ultimately decided on UNLV. Big cut and a miss from Burns, and it's 2-1. 25 runs batted in so far for Burns. Consistently a singles and doubles threat. Here's the 2-1. Fastball in the upper part of the zone called for strike 2. 2 straight strikes from Coastal as he looks to retire Burns. Says something into his glove before towing the slab. And he delivers the 2-2, missing outside. Burns has worked the count full. No free passes yet for Brandon Coastal against the hustling Rebel lineup. See what he comes back with on this payoff pitch delivery. Burns, high fly ball out to center, giving chases Mays Madsen. About 5 steps behind him, and he'll make the grab. That's out number 2. Burns got the pitch he wanted, maybe a bit far on the outside part of the plate. It's a great location from Brandon Coastal.
The first baseman, number 24.
It's 2 outs already in the bottom of the 4th. Brings up Johnny Rodriguez, 0 for 1 in this one. The ground out to the second baseman. Utah Tech puts the hefty defensive shift on. Shortstop Soto playing 3 steps or so to his left of the second base bag as an off-speed pitch misses for ball 1. Third baseman Ryan Krapel, essentially halfway between the second and third base bags. 1-0 pitch, fastball misses at the ankles, 2-0. Kyle McDaniel, the second baseman, occupying shallow right center field. And Cooper Smith, the first baseman, just a shuffle step off of the actual first baseline. They're looking for Rodriguez to roll over on a grounder. Here's the 2-0. Hard shot on the ground from Rodriguez. 2 hops and in to the UNLV bullpen down the first baseline. Rodriguez, 4 for 4 a night ago. Scored 3 of the 11 UNLV runs. Bat rests on the shoulder. He awaits the 2-1. Fastball at the knees. It's called strike 2. Some encouragement from the third base dugout of Utah Tech for their starter, Brandon Coastal, as he looks for his 3rd unanswered 1-2-3 inning. 2-2 on the way. Pop fly, foul. Rodriguez stays alive. When an opposing starter really dialed in like Kosel is, and you're in a two-strike count, it gets a lot tougher. We've seen it with Garcia, we've seen it with Burns, and a little bit with Rodriguez. The two-strike approach not quite there. And here's the 2-2. Swung on, driven into right field. That's a base hit. Two-out single for Johnny Rodriguez, and the Rebels have a base runner here in the bottom of the fourth. Great patience, waited for the changeup. Got it, ripped the hands inside. Good piece of hitting by J-Rod. Brings up Gavin Taylor, the designated hitter. He struck out swinging to lead things off in the bottom of the second. An opportunity now for UNLV with two gone. Taylor, lots of weight on that back leg in his stance. Watches the first pitch on the outside half for strike one. Works for a lot of guys when you generate that much power. Shifting most of your weight into your back foot leads to quicker point A to point B movement from the hips and the lower extremities. 0-1 curveball missing low for Brandon Kosel. That was pitch number 60 for Kosel. Just a couple pitches away from potentially getting through 4 shutout frames. Certainly extend him into the fifth if they can. Slider comes in. Finds the zone, and it's 1-2 to Gavin Taylor. Rebels 1 for 4 today with runners on base, compared to Utah Tech's 4 for 12. Timely hitting. This one's fouled off by Taylor. Count remains at 1-2. In a ball game like this, when things aren't seeming to go your way from a pitching perspective and offensive perspective, it's so key for timely hits. 2-out rallies. Those sorts of things are what UNLV needs to look for to start chipping away. They don't need 8 runs at once, but you got to start chipping things away. This pitch, 1-2, misses high. Count evens up 2-2 to Taylor. Kosel checks the runner at first, kicks and delivers the 2-2. Swung on and missed, goes back to his bread and butter with 2 strikes, the curveball. Gets the swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts now for Gavin Taylor. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Through 4 full innings in Las Vegas, Utah Tech remains on top, 8-0. Fifth inning about to get underway here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium on the campus of UNLV. Utah Tech leads this second game of a two-game series with the UNLV Uslan Rebels 8-0. It's Gavin Bowen continuing to do the pitching for UNLV after they stranded a runner at first in the bottom half of the fourth inning. It'll be Smith, Johnson, and Long leading things off for Utah Tech. First pitch from Bowen misses a bit high. That's ball one to Cooper Smith. Fourth plate appearance. Still no at-bats recorded for Smith. 2 walks, one of them with the bases loaded, and that one hits him right in the helmet. I was about to say he also has a hit by pitch. Make it 2. Twice he's been plunked. He's done his job. Each of the 4 times he's walked up to bat, reaching first via some sort of free pass in all of them.
The designated hitter, number 21, Ty Johnson.
Not how you want to start things off if you're Bowen, who settled back down after walking the bases full in the fourth, striking out Finn against Stewart on 3 pitches to end the fourth. Nonetheless, Smith leads off first after being plunked in the helmet. Brings up Ty Johnson. First pitch, fastball in the inside corner, called for strike 1. Johnson, a hit by pitch with the bases loaded in the third, a walk, and a ground out to Marcos Rosales back in the first. Johnson, the big righty with the hands above the head, awaits. Big swing and a miss. A change up in the dirt, and it's 0-2 to the Trailblazer DH. Defensive replacement to keep you in the know about. Stan Stolte's gone to Connor Tallickson behind the dish, replacing Aiden Garcia. Looks like a potential pitch clock violation that we got here, and it's on the batter. And in an 0-2 count, that free strike is a strikeout. Maybe a miscommunication between the umpire and crew, but that was Rob Minter, the second baseman, who came out, pointed to the wristwatch essentially. So that's a pitch clock violation on the batter. So Tally had a strikeout. Ty Johnson walks back to the dugout, and there's one gone. Anticlimactic, but you'll take it any way you can get it if you're Bowen. He'll now step in. Gavin Long steps in to face Bowen and takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Gavin Long struck out looking to end the third. He's reached via a single and a hit by pitch as well. 1-0 pitch, misses outside. It's 2-0. It's the same spot that Bowen has struggled with today against this left-handed favored lineup. Tough to throw inside, but you also want to induce some swings and misses. As a bunt is squared around by Gavin Long, pulls back as the 2-0 offering misses inside. 3-0 now to Long. Short lead over at first. Here's the 3-0, and it's another 4-pitch walk. This moves Cooper Smith up to second and brings up Andrew Pyle. Trailblazers backstop.
The catcher, number 18, Andrew Pyle.
Pyle a walk, a single, and a ground out to short in his 3 trips to the plate, respectively. Gavin Bowen sitting at 34 pitches. That's just about a season high for him. We'll see how much longer the leash is. This one skips about 5 feet before home plate. Very tough for the incoming Connor Tallickson to make a play there as both runners advance via the wild pitch. So the double play ball is dead, and 2 runners move into scoring position. Still 8-0 here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon on the campus of UNLV. 1-0 pitch from Bowen, misses low. 2-0. Keep you updated on all things UNLV. The softball game currently 7-5 UNLV in the bottom of the 6th. So they've regained the lead, looking for a weekend sweep of the Aztecs of San Diego State. Bowen misses again. Danger of another free pass. Pyle steps back in. First base open, would be shocked to see any offering at the 3-0. Bowen gets the fastball. Called on the inside corner. Makes it 3-1 to Andrew Pyle. Johnny Rodriguez at first base, creeping in a little bit. The right-handed batter up. 3-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Great location from Bowen on the fastball. Goes high and away. Steals the call, and the count is full to Pyle. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses way high, and that's ball 4. 5 walks now for Gavin Bowen. This one loads the bases, and it's P.D. Soto Jr., the shortstop. Soto looking to blow this game open. He's 2 for 3. Great at-bat out of the 9-hole. Came into this at 383. 2 for 3 would have him close to the 400 mark. And that's going to do it for Gavin Bowen. Loads the bases once more, and he's lifted. We'll have the specifics on the pitching change for you when we come back. 1 out, bases loaded in the top of the 5th. Utah Tech on top of UNLV 8-0. Gavin Bowen's afternoon is done, and got a Valvoline Instant Oil pitching change for UNLV. It's Tate Foxen, a 6'5", 200-pound right-hander out of Venice Beach, California. The junior comes in making his 7th appearance of the year. A 3.52 ERA for Tate through 7 2/3 innings pitched. He comes in inheriting the bases loaded with just 1 gone. He'll face the shortstop Soto. First pitch from Foxen, fastball at the letters, called for strike 1. 93 miles per hour from Foxen. He can really light up a radar gun with that fastball. There's the curveball, misses outside, and it's 1-1. Tate, the transfer from Butler. Played some big-time Big East baseball in 2024 and 2025. Made 31 appearances as a Bulldog over those 2 seasons. 1-1 on the way, curveball. Has Soto ducking out of the way, misses inside, and it's 2-1. Foxen throws a fastball, typically sits between 93 and 96. He's topped out at 99 this season. There's a sinker and a curve as well. There's the pitch, Soto. Late on the fastball, fouls it off. The count runs 2-2 to Petey Soto Jr. Foxen, 15 strikeouts, 9 walks this year. Delivers the 2-2. Swung on another hard foul ball from Petey Soto Jr. Only thing to be weary of with Foxen, sometimes the 96 to 98 mile an hour fastball can get a little wild at times through 2 wild pitches his last outing against Riverside. His curveball misses low, a great take from Soto. The count runs full to the first batter that Foxen faces. Foxen digs in to the rubber. Nowhere to put Petey Soto Jr. Here's the payoff. Swung on, chopped to the right side. Big hopper. Rodriguez snares, throws to short. They will get the out at second. Gunnar Myro wisely eats it. Doesn't want to have an errant throw anywhere. It's a run-scoring fielder's choice for Petey Soto Jr. Long advances to second. To third, rather. Pyle put out. So now there's 2 gone. It's 9-0 Utah Tech. Brings up Kyle McDaniel for the 5th time through the order in as many innings for Utah Tech. McDaniel was walked by Bowen the first time he reached base so far this afternoon. First pitch fastball called on the outside corner. Pump fake to try to get the stealing man at second base was Talixon. No throw as Soto is credited with the stolen base, is now team leading 6th of the season. And Gavin Long stays put at third. Wise play by Talixon with 2 gone not to make that throw down to second. Here's the 0-1. This one smacked. Pop fly to left center. Salmon camps under it. Squeezes the glove and makes the catch to retire the side. 1 run will score. However, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on. Halfway through inning number 5. Utah Tech on top of UNLV, 9-0 here in Las Vegas. UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page is brought to you by West Coast Trial Lawyers. West Coast Trial Lawyers is the #1 rated personal injury firm and are proud supporters of UNLV Athletics. Get the most with West Coast. And by Pueblo Medical Imaging. The friendly staff at Pueblo Medical Imaging is eager to take care of all of your radiology needs and offers same-day, next-day availability. With top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art equipment, They're open 7 days a week with early morning and evening appointments to accommodate all patient schedules. I'm Drew Neverett back here with you in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 9-0 Utah Tech on top of UNLV. Brandon Kosel, the starter for the Trailblazers, has been immaculate today. 4 shutout innings, just a few hits. Due up for UNLV is the 7, 8, 9 in the order. Starting off with Jack Salmon. Salmon stroked a hard line drive out to right field. Gavin Long made an incredible leaping play for the second out of inning number 2. First pitch from Kosel is a fastball up high. That's ball 1. 9-0. UNLV looking to cut this deficit. Got to start chipping away here as we get deeper into the middle frames. Beautiful curveball from Kosel. Swung on and missed quickly by Salmon. Infield shifted over, not as severe of a shift as it was for Johnny Rodriguez, but the second baseman, shortstop, and first baseman all in a line. Curveball drops in, finds the inside corner. Really great pitch from Kosel. It's 1-2. Never a world in which a left-handed batter's offering at that pitch. Some serious rotation on that curveball. Salmon awaits the 1-2. Outside corner just a bit outside, and it's 2-2 to Jack Salmon. Salmon with 3 hits last night, 2 of those being doubles. Ups his 2-bagger count to 3 in 2026. 2-2 pitch on the way, misses in the dirt. The count runs full to the Rebel left fielder. Only had 3 runners on base as UNLV. Marcos Rosales, a leadoff double in the first, couldn't score, but in order to start some damage control, start chipping away at this lead, got to get the leadoff guy off on base. Here's the full count pitch, and it misses inside. They do just that. Jack Salmon, some great plate discipline, works a full count, and he's aboard with the free pass. Brings up Jaden Hurdle, the right fielder. He's 0 for 1 today, struck out swinging to end the second. Brandon Kosel now at 70 pitches. He's been the surprise of the day so far to most of the Hustlin' Rebel faithful, limiting nearly all offensive production from UNLV. Kicks and delivers right up the middle, dive, and it's off the heel of the glove of Kyle McDaniel, rounding second hard is Salmon, and he gets to third safely. Great piece of hitting from Jaden Hurdle. He's aboard first with a single, and sometimes you get lucky. Salmon able to take the extra bag. Off the ricochet, Kyle McDaniel trying to make a sliding stop. Instead allows Salmon to take the extra 90 feet. Runners on the corners now for UNLV, and it brings up Gunnar Myro. Gunnar, one of the hotter bats in the UNLV lineup the last 3 weeks or so. He's got 7 multi-hit games, including last night. He's only started 14 times this year. Takes a curveball high, that's ball 1. Gunnar with an incredible showing last night, 2 for 2. Reached base all 4 times. Drove in 3. 1-0 misses low. Catcher Andrew Pyle, realizing his pitcher laboring a little bit, trots out to the mound to have a word with his battery mate. Always like to try to do some digging on a school and their history as it relates to baseball, and in the major league specifically. Not too many alums from Utah Tech, but you might remember the name Brandon Kinsler, 12-year veteran in MLB. The Brewers, the Twins, the Nationals, the Cubs, the Phillies, the Marlins. Through almost 500 innings in the bigs. Hailing from Las Vegas, too. Alumni of Palo Verde High School. ready to go back to Gunnar Myro after the mound visit. It's a fastball on the outside corner, making things 2-1. Kosel checks the runner at first, throws. Hard liner right to the shortstop. Petey Soto levitates over that way to make the grab. Halfway leaping. Wants to secure that one in the glove, makes the catch, and it's 1 out. No advancements from any of the base runners. The lineup wraps back around to the top for the 3rd time for UNLV today. It's Marcos Rosales. 1 for 2 with a double. Grounded out to the second baseman. Back in inning number 3. Big opportunity to at least get the donut off the scoreboard for UNLV. First pitch, fastball missing high to Kosel. It's 1-0. Rosales waves the bat, the hands above his head. Ready for the 1-0. Off-speed pitch. Missing outside, 2-0. Rosales came into this one leading the Rebels in runs scored, 32. Leading them in doubles with 10. Not too many guys in Division I baseball have double-digit doubles at this point. As Rosales fouls this one to the backstop, it's 2-1. Also tied for the team lead with Nin Burns in walks. They've both drawn 17 free passes. Marcos also tied for the team lead in stolen bases. Him and Cooper Sheff both with 4 successful swipes. 2-1 pitch missing way high, and it's 3-1. Drew Berrigan standing on deck. Would love to see the bases loaded. First, Rosales awaits the 3-1 from Brandon Kosel. Swung on, popped, sky high. McDaniel puts the glove in front of the face, shielding from the sun, gets under it, and squeezes the leather to retire Marcos Rosales. So after putting the first 2 batters on the corners this inning, Kosel, 2 quick outs without any movement or advancement from either runner. 2 outs, and it brings up Drew Berrigan, the 3rd baseman. 1 for 2 today, a base hit. That extended his hit streak to 9 games. UNLV running out of opportunities to start the scoring in this one. Big chance for Drew as he awaits pitch number 1. It's a slider in the dirt from Kosel. Kosel now into the 80s with this pitch count. The catcher, Andrew Pyle, steps out, removes the mask, relays some signs to the infield. The power-hitting righty, Berrigan up a minimal shift. The second baseman, McDaniel, a little bit closer up the middle than he typically would be. Cooper Smith, the first baseman, holding on. Jaden Hurdle. His curveball finds the zone. It's 1-1 to Berrigan. Berrigan digs in. Awaits the 1-1 pitch. Off speed, way high. Good eye from Drew. Finds himself in a 2-1 hitter's count. Kosel gets the sign from Pyle. Kicks and delivers, missing once again high. It's 3-1, and this is the first inning we've seen from Kosel where the command is waning a little bit. Seems to be just missing a bit high, typically on the fastball too, which he's been painting corners with all afternoon. Here's the 3-1 to Berrigan, almost hits him. Brushes him off, but that's ball 4 nonetheless. 2-out walk from Berrigan moves Jaden Hurdle up to second base. And it brings up Connor Tallickson.
The catcher, number 45, Connor
First at-bat
Talixon.
of the afternoon for Talixon. He's had just 15 ABs this year. He's played in 11 games. He started 4, all behind the plate. He's got 2 singles in those 15 at-bats, 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. But before we see Connor, we see a mound visit. Brandon Kosel at 85 pitches. They certainly want to get him through 5 to qualify for a victory. But an extra base hit of any kind would kind of jeopardize the lead for Utah Tech. It's 9 right now, but we've seen a lot of college baseball games here at the Earl, and a couple swings of the bat can really alter momentum, and hitting can become contagious. Entire Utah Tech team breaks from the mound. It's their second official mound visit. Connor Talixon's ready to go. Aiden Garcia was occupying the 3 spot. Usually in the top half of the lineup is Garcia, the lefty, but after 2 strikeouts and a game tomorrow at the ballpark against the Sun Devils of Arizona State, Garcia lifted for Talixon. Awaits the first offering from Kosel. Fastball inside corner. Beautiful location, and it's 0-1 to Talixon. The revolving door of backstops for the Hustlin' Rebels. Aiden Garcia, Connor Talixon, Gavin Taylor. Now all 3 of them officially played in this one. Talixon takes a fastball on the opposite corner, the outside, for strike 2. Kosel steps back on the rubber, and he's looking to get through 5 shutout innings. Here's the 0-2 to Talixon. Swung on, driven the other way, but drifts foul. 3 straight fastballs, 3 pitches with some gumption for Brandon Kosel. Rebels 2 for 8 today with runners on base, 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Needs to get that number to a 2. Here's the 0-2. Another foul ball hit to the first base side from Talixon. Home plate ump Steve Hilgendorf gets a fresh set of pearls from the Hustlin' Rebel dugout. The right-handed bat of Connor Talixon digs back in. He awaits the 3rd consecutive 0-2 pitch from Kosel. Fastball, it's high. That's ball 1, 90 on the gun, the fastest pitch from Kosel so far this evening. Kind of a Justin Verlander effect, getting deeper into the start. Getting a couple ticks up in that velocity. Talixon waves the bat. Here's the 1-2, swung on, grounded to the left side. 3rd baseman Krapel scoops, throws in time to retire Talixon. Score at 5-3. No runs for the Rebels on 1 hit, no errors, and they strand the bases loaded through 5 full. It's Utah Tech 9, UNLV 0. We're just about set to get things underway in the 6th inning here in Las Vegas on the campus of UNLV. Utah Tech leads things 9-0 as it stands. It's Mays, Madsen, Ryan Krapel, and Finnegan Stewart. The 2, 3, and 4 due up for Utah Tech. Tate Foxen stays out to start the top of the 6th. First pitch on the way to Madsen. That's called for strike one. 95 on the fastball from Tate. Madsen 0 for 1 with a pop-up. 3 walks to his ledger and came around to score in the 3rd inning. 0-1 pitch is a curveball from Tate, missing inside. It's 1-1. Want to update you on the rest of the Mountain West baseball scores we got in action today. After this pitch, it's a chopper to the second baseman. Rosales sets, fires on the line, and beats the runner Madsen by a half a step. Quick out number 1 for Tate Foxen brings up Ryan Krapel, the third baseman.
The third baseman,
In San Jose, UConn took down San Diego State. They're playing a little 3-game, 3-team weekend set there. UConn beat San Diego State 7-5. New Mexico took down Abilene Christian out of the WAC 11-5. First pitch delivered on the outside corner. It's a strike to Krapel. Washington State and Grand Canyon squaring off. Washington State currently up 6-2 in the 8th. This one smacked to the left side, giving chase is Salmon, but that one finds the batting cages out in left field. It's 0-2. Nevada and Air Force in a barn burner. 11-10, 21 combined runs there in the 6th in Reno. And the last Mountain West team in action will be San Jose State, acting as the home team against UConn later tonight. Foxen misses high on a fastball. It's 1-2. Krapel's got a pair of walks, a pair of runs batted in, and a base hit today. 1-2, waited on, smoked on a line. It's off the glove of Rosales. He stays with it, he throws, and it's not in time. A hard-earned single there by Ryan Krapel, but credit to Rosales on the effort. That one was scorched. Rosales did his best acrobat impression, a full leap, but bounces off the glove nonetheless. Krapel finds his way on first with a one-out single. And we'll have a pinch hitter for you. Talon Kelly, sophomore from Santa Clara, Utah, will replace Finnegan Stewart. Kelly listed as a pitcher, which is interesting. Another two-way guy on the Trailblazers roster. No at-bats for him on the year. This will be the first plate appearance for Kelly. First pitch, fastball, taken at the knees, called strike one from Foxen. Foxen approaching 20 pitches, done a good job in relief so far. Inherited the bases loaded in the 5th and was able to escape that jam. Curveball tumbles all the way from the top of the zone to the bottom. But a called strike nonetheless. It's 0-2 to Kelly. Got him looking. The 0-2 delivery, an anticlimactic. Called strike 3 from home plate ump Steve Hilgendorf, but strikes out Kelly on 3 pitches. Does Tate Foxen.
The first baseman, number 16, Cooper Smith.
So all of a sudden, 2 gone with the runner on first, and it brings up the first baseman, Cooper Smith. Smith, still a big 0 in the at-bat column today. 4 plate appearances, 2 walks, twice hit by pitch. As Foxen checks over on Kelly, or pardon me, Krapel rather at first with a big lead. He dives back safely. Steps off the bag again, a little bit of an extended lead from Krapel. He fakes the takeoff while the pitch is delivered from Foxen outside for ball 1. Foxen, an inning and a third so far. That last pitch being number 20 for the 6'5" righty. Had Krapel leaning over there. It was a quick decision from Foxen to fire over there. The throw brought Rodriguez across the bag. It was a close play. It would have been closer with an accurate throw. 2 outs and the 1-0 pitch on the way from Tate Foxen. Dials up a fastball. Called for strike one. Smith has also scored twice. Reaching base all 4 times. Foxen again checks the runner. Got him! Foxen's going to catch Krapel sleeping. Super close play. Talk about a potential challenge they will not execute, so it's a pickoff from Tate Foxen to end the inning. Cooper Smith will come back up to lead off the top of the 7th, but very effective inning as Tate Foxen faces the minimum in the top of the 6th. 9-0, Utah Tech remains on top here from Las Vegas. Back with you for the bottom of the 6th inning. Burns, Rodriguez, and Gavin Taylor due up for the UNLV Hustlin' Rebels as they trail the Utah Tech Trailblazers 9-0. It's a pitching change to let you know about for Utah Tech. Brandon Cosell's day is done. It's going to be Tyler Ray, the senior right-hander out of Las Vegas. Delivers the first pitch strike to Nin Burns the second. Tyler stands at 6'2", 210. Went to Rancho High School, and like a lot of other guys that play at the Earl, at some point in their career, they attended College of Southern Nevada for their JUCO baseball. This one in the dirt. It's 1-1 to Nin Burns. This is Tyler Ray's second season in St. George. And this is his 8th appearance of the year. Typically a midweek starter, swingman type of guy. He's made 5 starts, but he's on 26 2/3 innings this year to a 5.06 clip. That off-speed pitch finds the zone, and Burns is behind 1-2 in the count. Ray was phenomenal in his sophomore year at CSN, a 2.11 ERA and 17 appearances out of the pen, 21 1/3 innings. Misses with the 1-2. Count runs even. 26 2/3 in 2026 for Tyler Ray. 19 strikeouts, 11 walks. Fastball missing low and into Burns. And the count is full. Credit where it's due. Brandon Kosel, the starter, was phenomenal this afternoon. 5 shutout innings, just 4 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And he did it on 91 pitches. Burns Skies this one out to center. Tough play for the center fielder. Not even close. No one knew where that was going. Both the center fielder and the right fielder. Impossible to track that, and it'll go down as a double for Nin Burns. Tough in the afternoon sky to have to track that one down. It looked to be almost a routine type of approach from Mays Madsen out in center. He's covering up the sun with the glove, and then finally, right before the ball drops, you can see him kind of shrug and indicate he did not quite have that. Landed right next to the right fielder, Gavin Long. So it's a leadoff double for Nin Burns. Brings up Johnny Rodriguez. 1 for 2 with a base hit this afternoon. Burns hopping around with a big lead at second base, as Tyler Ray misses his first offering low for a ball. Defensive substitution to warn you about. Hudson Manwaring comes in left field. Finnegan Stewart, the starting left fielder, was lifted for Talon Kelly, a pitcher who took the at-bat in the 6th inning. Manwaring now occupies left. He started in center field last night and then shifted over to right, so constant outfield defensive movement for Chris Fottenhauer and the Trailblazers. 1-0 pitch. Tails away from Rodriguez, and it's 2-0. Update for you on the UNLV softball diamond. It's been a tough top half of the 7th. San Diego State finds themselves atop UNLV 13-7. This one tapped by Rodriguez in front of the plate. Burns does not advance. The pitcher comes off the bag and makes a stellar throw. That is a difficult play defensively for the pitcher. It's Tyler Ray coming off the mound, delivering a strike to his first baseman to retire Rodriguez. Burns stays put over at second base. One out now, it brings up Gavin Taylor. DHing today, he's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Taylor looking to drive in the runner in scoring position. The first pitch he sees, smacks it out to right. Gavin Long gives chase, makes the catch. Burns is going to tag. No slide, no throw at third. Burns advances. It's a line out for Gavin Taylor on the first pitch, and there's 2 gone in the Rebel half of the 6th. Brings up the left fielder, Jack Salmon. Worked what was the first walk of the game at the time to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Would end up being stranded at third base. The big shift is on for the left-handed pull hitter, Jack Salmon. He looks to get the Rebels on the scoreboard here against Tyler Ray. The first pitch he sees, soft liner into center field. It falls, and the Rebels are on the board. Nin Burns crosses home, and Jack Salmon finds himself aboard first with a 2-out RBI single. 9-1. Now the score. Jaden Hurdle steps up to the plate now from the right side batter's box. He's 1 for 2. A strikeout in the 2nd and a base hit in the 5th. Tyler Ray working out of the stretch now. First pitch pumps a fastball on the outside half for strike 1. Hurdle with his vertical batting stance awaits the 0-1. That pitch, fastball nowhere close. It's blocked by Andrew Pyle. Count even 1-1. You wonder in a game like this, 2 outs, if Salmon has thought about running here. Pretty solid wheels. 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts this year. New arm too in Tyler Ray. He kicks, misses away. Hurdle now ahead 2-1 the count. I want to keep you updated across the sports universe. It's March Madness. It's the final day of the second round, and a couple of score updates as this ball misses low. It's 3-1 to Hurdle. Purdue took down Miami 79-69 to advance to the Sweet 16. Former UNLV basketball head coach T.J. Otzelberger commanding victory with Iowa State over the Kentucky Wildcats, a 19-point win. This one's fouled off by Jaden Hurdle, and the count runs full. And as of now, an all-time college basketball coaching matchup, St. John's versus Kansas, Rick Pitino versus Bill Self. 16-12 Johnnies in the early going. Full count now to Jaden Hurdle. 2 outs, not being held on. Salmon will take off to get the head start. That fastball misses just off the plate. Jaden Hurdle draws the walk. So Salmon moves up to second base. There's 2 on, still 2 out, and it's Gunnar Myro, the shortstop.
The shortstop, number 23, Gunnar Myro.
Myro 0 for 2. Ground out and a line out. He's had an excellent plate approach the last couple of weeks. Gunnar very rarely swings and pitches out of the zone, has such a good approach. That one dragged back into the zone by Andrew Pyle. That's a called strike. Gunnar with his open stance. Hands low and tight to the chest. Takes that pitch in the dirt. Both runners hesitate, then take off. We got an insane rundown taking place here. And that's Jack Salmon being tagged out. Salmon and Hurdle both looking at each other, essentially getting frozen on the base pass at the exact same time on that 50-50 ball in the dirt. Andrew Pyle, a good block and good defensive work by the Trailblazer infield. That'll retire the side. The Rebels plate 1 in the bottom of the 6th. Heading to the late frames. Through 6 full, Utah Tech leads UNLV 9-1. UNLV Hustlin' Rebel Baseball on the UNLV Athletics YouTube page is brought to you by Southern Nevada Chevy Dealers. With impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and powerful engines, Chevy Silverado, Colorado, and Tahoe have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealer today. It's the top of the 7th, and Utah Tech maintains a 9-1 lead over UNLV. Still Tate Foxen on the mound, but coming in defensively, a straight swap. It's Nicky Garitano, the Las Vegas native, coming in to play second base. He'll occupy the leadoff spot, replacing Marcos Rosales. So Cooper Smith leads things off. Faced a handful of Foxen pitches in the 6th inning. Takes this one on the inside corner, a fastball for strike 1. Ryan Krapel was on first base with 2 outs, and Tate Foxen picked him off while Smith had his at-bat, so he leads things off. Scalds one to second, right at the new second baseman, Garitano. Keeps it in front of him, stays with it, And a great throw to first to retire Cooper Smith. Saw it last night with Madsen out in center field for Utah Tech. One of the first pitches after he came in was a deep fly ball to center field. Second pitch of the inning after Nicky Garitano comes in. Screaming ground ball right at him, but he makes the play. Brings up Ty Johnson, the DH. He takes a fastball at the knees for called strike one. Ty Johnson 0 for 2. A walk, a hit by pitch, an RBI, and a run scored. 0-1 from Foxen. Very nice pitch. Clips the outside corner, and it's 0-2 to the Trailblazer DH. See what Foxen comes back with the 0-2. Missing, blowing away on the breaking ball. Counts 1-0. Top of the second inning, almost the entire cloud cover dissipated here in the Las Vegas skyline. As Foxen misses outside 2-2. It's turned into a sunny, hot day. You can tell most of the shaded seats occupied here underneath the canopy behind home plate at Earl E. Wilson, and very few folks sitting out in the sun. Curveball misses high and in. 0-2 to 3-2. Foxen kicks and delivers the payoff pitch. Smoked up the middle. Myro, no play on it. And it's a one-out single from Ty Johnson. With the DH aboard, it brings up Gavin Long, his 5th plate appearance. He's 1 for 2. A single, a walk, a hit by pitch. 2 runs scored for the Trailblazer right fielder. As it stands right now, both starting pitchers would be the pitchers of record, Brandon Cosell. Looking for win number 2, it would be the 3rd loss for Felix Hahn. First pitch from Foxen misses, and it's 1-0. Not a threatening lead from Ty Johnson as a bunt is squared around by Gavin Long, makes contact, but bunts it behind himself. Foul bunt makes it 1-1. Utah Tech out of the Western Athletic Conference, joining the Mountain West next year. Here's the 1-1 pitch, elevated, fouled off, 1-2. Utah Tech, formerly known as Dixie State, St. George, Utah. Just a quick hour and a half, maybe 2-hour drive from Las Vegas. A lot of Las Vegas ties mentioned on the broadcast yesterday. The Vegas ties of manager Chris Fatenhauer. Pick-off move over to first. Rodriguez can't glove it cleanly, not in time anyway. But with Utah Tech's manager essentially founding the CSN baseball program at the helm over there at CSN for a long time. Lots of Vegas ties. Here's the 1-2, misses high, 2-2 the count to Gavin Long. Foxen takes a look at the runner, delivers. That's a curveball in the dirt. Saved by Talixon, and 2 consecutive batters have full counts on them. Foxen really just the 2-pitch mix today, the fastball and the curve. See where he goes on the payoff. Before that, another pickoff throw. Another safe dive back from Ty Johnson. Couple of stolen bases in the first, but not too much activity Side of a Petey Soto stolen base in the 5th for Utah Tech. Here's the full count pitch. Runner goes. Fly ball elevated out to left. Giving chase is Salmon. He makes the catch almost in the dirt and foul territory, forcing Ty Johnson to retreat back to first. So a foul fly out for Gavin Long is out number 2. Brings up the catcher, Andrew Pyle. Pyle, pair of walks today, as well as an RBI single
The catcher, number 18,
in the 3rd. Pyle stepping in from the right side, representing the potential 11th run. Make it a 10-run lead for the Trailblazers. He takes a fastball on the outside half for strike 1. Tate Foxen now being stretched out. He's at 36 pitches and 2 1/3 innings. This one missing inside 1-1. Tate's thrown as few as 17 pitches this year, as many as 40, so not quite at his season high, which he had 40 pitches in a loss to Santa Clara. This curveball doesn't quite fall into the zone, misses high. It's a 2-1 hitters count to the catcher, Pyle. This is the 9th batter that Foxen's faced. 2 outs in the 7th. Here's the 2-1. Fastball misses wide, 3-1. Petey Soto Jr., the junior shortstop for Utah Tech, stands on deck, hoping to get an opportunity. Here's the 3-ball, 1-strike pitch to Andrew Pyle. Offered at, fouled off. That escapes the confines of the ballpark, and the count is now full. 2 outs with the runner on first, so Johnson will be taking off. Rodriguez steps off the bag, no longer holding him on. Foxen looks to Talixon, delivers the 3-2. Fouled off again. Challenges him with the fastball, a wise decision, but Pyle able to catch up to it, get a piece, and stay alive. We'll reset and do it again. Foxen digs that right foot into the rubber. Short lead from Johnson. He'll take off. Full count pitch. Just misses the inside corner. It's ball 4 to Pyle, and Pyle walks for the 3rd time today. Moves Ty Johnson up to second for Petey Soto Jr.
The shortstop, number 4, Petey Soto Jr.
Local product from St. George. It's 2 singles today. A line out to left and a run-scoring fielder's choice back in inning number 5. First pitch is a curveball that gets away from the catcher. Both runners will advance safely on that wild pitch. Two outs. The focus is still on retiring the batter, getting the ground out. Thrown over to first base, so not too much harm, too much foul with the force at second and third evaporating there. Soto smacks a liner by Palmyro. 1 runner scores. The throw to the plate is in time. Perfect throw from Jack Salmon in left. The tag bounced up right into the glove of Talixon. They tagged Pyle essentially on the face, and the timing was perfect. But before we head to break, we've seen this one before, a potential challenge, and yes, Chris Fottenhauer does signal for the challenge. So it is a base hit. Ty Johnson does score. But the question is, was Andrew Pyle tagged out in time? Everything about that play was about as textbook as could be. A textbook single from Soto. Salmon did his job in terms of corralling it, making a perfect throw. Great job by the infield, not cutting it off. It one hops directly to the chest level of Connor Talixon. He caught it and really didn't even apply a tag. It was just the base, pardon me, the ball came in right to the glove of Talixon, tagged essentially on the helmet of Andrew Pyle, who's the catcher. And now we're officially getting the challenge. It's honestly a bit amazing to me still at this point that there was question about what the challenge was. But now we get the announcement from Steve Hilgendorf, and he and crew chief Jason Kaminsky head over to the first base side to hop on the phone with the remote replay operator who has access to all of our camera angles here at Earl E. Wilson. They'll get a look of the play at the plate. Jack Salmon looking for the outfield assist. He's been challenged out there. Lots of action out and left. He's made a couple great plays on the run, on line drives, and he's had a few opportunities to throw a runner out at home. This one, chance to be the first successful one of the afternoon. So it's 10-1 regardless, a potential for it to be 11-1 if this challenge were to be overturned. Call on the field was an out, so that's always important to note what the initial call was. It's, you know, if you're a football fan or now you're getting used to the baseball challenge system, it's always the call on the field is what you're looking to overturn. It's a innocent until proven guilty type of deal. Some of these conversations can be lengthy. This is a pretty quick one. Might lead you to believe the call will stand, but here's the crew chief with the call. It is confirmed. Talixon not blocking the plate, perfect reception. And it's an outfield assist for Jack Salmon to end this one. One run does come across for Utah Tech. It's 10-1, and it's stretch time here in Las Vegas. Bottom of the 7th. Due up for you when we come back. Back with you for the bottom of the 7th inning. I'm Drew Neverett. Thanks for joining me on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. It's currently 10-1. Utah Tech leads over UNLV, and Jonah Marshall takes the hill for Utah Tech. He's a senior. He's a righty. He stands at 6'2" from South Jordan, Utah, making his 4th appearance of the season. He'll do so against Gunnar Myro. First pitch is a ball on the outside. Myro leads this off because Salmon was picked off on the base paths. Second pitch from Marshall is going to clip the elbow of Gunnar Myro, and he finds his way aboard via the hit by pitch to lead things off in the 7th. Brings up Nicky Garitano for his first at-bat. He came in for Marcos Rosales as a defensive replacement in the 7th, and now he'll get his first cuts against Jonah Marshall. Marshall, a rarity in collegiate athletics these days. This is his 4th year at the same school. 4 straight with Utah Tech. Coming out of the bullpen all 4 seasons. First pitch is a fastball, missing high to Nicky, 1-0. This year, 2 2/3 innings. Marshall has yet to give up a hit or a run. 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. This one, a soft liner, lets it drop as the runner was retreating towards first, so they'll take the fielder's choice in that way. Kyle McDaniel, smart to kind of lay off of that one. Letting the play come to him. Flips over to second to retire Gunnar Myro, and Garitano's aboard with 1 out. Brings up Drew Berrigan, the third baseman. He's 1 for 2 this afternoon, a single and a base on balls. One of 2 Rebels to reach base safely twice today, along with Jack Salmon. Marshall, kind of a side-winding delivery. Offers ball 1 off the outside part of the plate. Marshall, 11 appearances last year through 8 2/3 innings. Allowed 22 runs, tough going for him out of the Trailblazer bullpen. This time, fastball on the inside corner. It's 1-1 to UNLV's third baseman, Drew Berrigan. Connor Tallickson on deck, hoping to have his second at-bat of the game. Berrigan smokes one to the third baseman, drops it, makes the play over at second, and so back-to-back fielders' choices, but outs retired nonetheless. It's a 5-4 put out of Nicky Garitano at second. Ryan Krapel did a little half leap there, trying to catch that one that came scorching off the bat of Berrigan. Did his best, blocked it, kept it in front of him, and was able to throw out Garitano, who had a delayed start towards second, freezing on the line drive. And with 2 gone, it's the catcher, Connor Tallickson. First pitch fastball missing away from Marshall. It's 1-0. Tallickson grounded out to the third baseman to end the 5th inning. Looking to get some offense going with 2 outs. Side-winding Marshall misses outside once more, and it's 2-0. Tyler Ray, pretty effective out of the pen in his 1 inning of work in the 6th. As Marshall misses high, it's 3-0. Tyler Ray tossed the 6th, did give up the first run of the game for UNLV on 2 hits, a walk, and no strikeouts through 18 pitches. 3-0 now from Jonah Marshall. Not many of those pitches were close. A 4-pitch walk to Connor Tallickson. Moves Berrigan up to second. Provides a big-time opportunity for Nin Burns the second. Burns 1 for 3, a double, came around to score the lone Rebel run today. Before Burns takes his cuts, we'll have a pitching mound visit, rather. This is Quentin McGrath, pitching coach for Utah Tech. Wants to come out and have a word, and doesn't want things to spiral out of control. A quick meeting. Already retreating to the bullpen, or dugout rather, third base side. Talking about how to deal with Nin Burns, the power-hitting righty. If you've done your homework as Utah Tech, you're going to want to keep throwing on that outside part of the plate against Nin Burns, especially the way that Jonah Marshall delivers mechanically. It's kind of that side-winding persona. Not real high velocity, but you can mix and match your release points and find the spots, you'll be in a good position as the first pitch is. Fastball in the outside corner, called for strike one to Burns. The double from Burns. 11 consecutive games now with a hit. Leads UNLV. That 11-game hit streak started back on March 4th. As Burns takes outside to even it up, 1-1. Deficit currently stands at 9 for UNLV as Burns gets way underneath this one, pops it up. Tough to track in the sun. It's the second baseman, McDaniel, who will come up with it. Squeezes the glove and retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, but 2 more Rebels left on base. Through 7 full here in Las Vegas, Utah Tech on top of the Hustlin' Rebels, 10-1. Top of the 8th inning, set to get underway from the campus of UNLV here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's 10-0 Utah Tech over UNLV, and Cody Albright takes the mound for UNLV. The redshirt senior out of Phoenix stands 6'3", 195, and gets ready to make his 6th appearance of the 2026 campaign. He'll do so with the top of the order due up. It's Kyle McDaniel leading things off for his 6th plate appearance. First pitch from Albright, smacked on the ground down the third baseline, foul. McDaniel's 0 for 4 with a walk so far today. For Albright, he's in his 2nd year at UNLV. Has an 11.57 ERA this year and just 9.1 innings of work. Throws a fastball in the zone for strike one. Cody was awesome last year in the Scarlet and Gray. 28 2/3 innings pitched with a 4.08 ERA, 24 strikeouts to 12 walks. Anytime that ratio can be 2 or higher, you got to be happy. Soft contact hit the other way, and it's going to continue to roll into the gap. Looks like a tailor-made base hit. Instead, it's a double for Kyle McDaniel. He even thought about rounding second, heading for third. Decides to stay put at second, and it's a lead-off double for the Utah Tech second baseman. Brings up Mays Madsen. 3 walks today and 5 plate appearances for Madsen. He's also tacked on a stolen base and a run scored as well. 10-1 in the 8th. First pitch from Albright. Madsen fouls it off. And that escapes the venue. Albright looking to keep things where it's at least give the Rebels a chance to put up a crooked number in the bottom half of either the 8th or 9th inning to keep the game alive. Big swing and a miss from Madsen, and it's 0-2. Cody Albright, after the 2024 season, transferred to UNLV from Paradise Valley Community College. Coming into the year, one of the top long relief options was Albright. Fastball delivered and fouled off once again by Mays Madsen. Albright, a true 4-pitch mix. Got that fastball we just saw. Tops out near 94, but sits between 90 and 92. Got a changeup, a slider, and a curveball as well. Here's the 0-2. Fastball once more. This one misses high. Ball 1 to Madsen. Daniel short lead off second base. Shortstop Gunnar Myro creeping behind him. Albright takes a look, instead delivers, and that one lifted out to right. Jaden Hurdle makes the grab. Runner will tag. The throw is not going to be cut off, but a head first slide from Kyle McDaniel beats the throw from Jaden Hurdle. So it's a fly out for Madsen, but a productive out for sure, as the 11th run of the game sits on third base with just 1 out. One of the best all-around players on this diamond, Ryan Krapel. Krapel's reached base in 4 out of 5 plate appearances today. 2 singles, 2 walks, 2 RBIs, a run scored as well. Rebels understanding the mercy rule is in play, and that's the 10th run over at third. Their infield is very far in, looking for the play at home. Krapel fouls off the first delivery from Cody Albright. Albright's had a couple of extended appearances, that both at the beginning of the year in February. This one smacked to left field. It's carrying. What a catch by Jack Salmon on the run. Running all the way to the track, he extends to make the grab. Retires Krapel, but it's a sacrifice fly. And run number 11 scores for the Trailblazers.
Number 15, Hudson Manware.
Talked a lot about Jack Salmon getting his exercise out there in left field. That one, the most distance he's probably had to cover, makes a great backhanded catch on the sacrifice fly from Krapel. Bases are now empty with 2 gone, and the first pitch is delivered to Hudson Manwaring, his first at-bat of the year. It's a ball on the inside part, 1-0. Manwaring went 1 for 3 in last night's contest with a double in the third. Takes the 1-0. It's the slider, and it hits the outside edge for called strike 1. Albright hasn't thrown less than 25 pitches in an outing this year, topping out with 56 pitches in a 4-inning performance against Austin Peay. This one grounded up the middle. Albright stuck the hand back to try to get in the way and knock it down, but to no avail. It's a 2-out single for Hudson Manwaring. Brings up Cooper Smith, the left-handed hitting first baseman.
First baseman, number 16, Cooper Smith.
Finally recorded his first at-bat of the day back in the 7th. A ground out to Nicky Garitano at second base. 4 free passes for Smith. 2 walks, 2 hit-by pitches thus far. Big lead over at first. Albright checks on Manwaring, and close play, but he's safe over at first. Manwaring came into this one leading Utah Tech in stolen bases with 5, so definitely a speed threat over at first as Cooper Smith watches the first strike on the outside corner from an Albright fastball. Manwaring now sitting in second with Petey Soto officially swiping his 6th bag earlier in this one. 0-1 from Albright, misses low. Although up by 10, wouldn't be surprised to see Manwaring potentially take off. He's got burners for sure. Smith awaits the 1-1 pitch. It's just a bit high, ball 2. If you're Albright now, the goal at this point, keep things where they're at. Make it a 10-run game and nothing more in terms of lead extension. Want to give your lineup a chance to put up some serious offensive numbers with 6 outs remaining. Another pickoff to no avail as Manwaring back safely. He'll retake his primary lead as Albright kicks and delivers the 2-1, missing away to Cooper Smith. That's ball 3. Ty Johnson, the DH, is on deck. He scored twice in this one. Cooper Smith awaits the 3-1, offers at it, fouls it off to the left side. Got ourselves a full count here with 2 gone in the top of inning number 8. Smith taps the bat off home plate, measures himself. Really waggles his hands low in the zone as he awaits the full count pitch. Runner takes off. Fastball almost catches Cooper Smith on the inside. And it's a 2-out walk. Moves Manwaring over to second.
The designated hitter, number 21.
Third base on balls for Cooper Smith this afternoon. And Ty Johnson steps in from the right-hand batter's box. Got his first hit in the top of the 7th. Garatano shading towards second base. Possible pickoff attempt. Instead, Albright delivers ball 1, low and away to Ty Johnson. Albright looks back to second, then delivers, misses low once more. It's 2-0. This is the 3rd out of 4 meetings between Utah Tech and UNLV this year. Pardon me, second. 2-0 pitch off speed, called for strike 1. This being game 2 of 2-game set. UNLV will travel to St. George on 2 separate instances for a couple of midweek matchups with Utah Tech. April 14th and April 28th. Here's the 2-1. Great changeup. Called for strike 2 at the knees. 2-2 the count with 2 gone. Runners on first and second. Cody Albright looks to retire Ty Johnson. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, fouled off. Goes with the curveball there. Haven't seen it much yet from Albright, but wise to use it there. Had Johnson lunging, but just able to get a piece of it. Albright, the redshirt senior, out of the stretch. Another 2-2. Swung on, driven out to right. Can of corn for Hurdle. He gets under it, makes the catch to retire the side. Utah Tech plates 1 on 2 hits. No errors, and they strand 2. UNLV needs a run to stay alive in this one. It's 11-1. We'll be back with you for the bottom half of the 8th from Las Vegas. ready to get underway in the bottom of the 8th. It's 11-1 Utah Tech with the lead over UNLV. Their backs are against the wall. They'll need to score 1 run to extend this game and avoid a mercy rule loss at the hands of the Trailblazers. Rebels will do so against a new arm. It's David Shepard, a true freshman, throwing from the left-hand side. Shepard stands 6 feet tall at a Goodyear, Arizona. He's making his 9th appearance of 2026. Start things off with Johnny Rodriguez, the left-handed first baseman for UNLV. First pitch delivered right down Broadway, 87 miles per hour on the fastball, called for strike 1. Rodriguez 1 for 3 with a base hit this afternoon. A 5.17 ERA for Shepard. 15 2/3 innings. He's had a couple of appearances with 4+ innings, going 4 1/3 against UC Riverside and 4 innings flat against the Bears of Northern Colorado. Big looping off-speed pitch to the lefty. Doesn't quite find the zone, misses inside, 1-1. 8 strikeouts, 7 walks for the true freshman lefty. 1-1 pitch from Shepard. Big hopper, the backhand stop from Cooper Smith. Tosses to Shepard covering the bag, and that's out number 1. Always risky when you turn the backhand, don't necessarily square up as the infielder, but worked out that time for Cooper Smith. Kept it in front of him, and a good job to cover by Shepard.
Number 44, Gavin Taylor.
Brings up Gavin Taylor, the designated hitter, looking for his first hit of the day. 0 for 3, pair of strikeouts, and a hard line out to the right fielder in the bottom of the 6th. Just 2 outs left for the Rebels to find some sort of offense and extend this ball game. First pitch, Taylor swings underneath the fastball. That's strike 1. Jack Salmon getting loose on deck. He's had an effective day so far, reaching base twice in 3 plate appearances. This ball misses low and in, 1-1 the count. Utah Tech looking to pick up win number 16 on the season, as Gavin Taylor unleashes on this one. Fly ball out to left. Not enough juice on it, though, as Hudson Manwaring, the relatively new left fielder, moves to his right, makes the catch next to the foul line and short of the warning track for out number 2.
Number 4, Jack Salmon.
Utah Tech just 1 away from ending this ball game early. Jack Salmon, the left fielder, steps up. Drove in the lone Rebel run today with the single, scoring Nin Burns in the 6th inning. Salmon also has been tested quite a bit defensively today, and he's passed nearly all those tests. First pitch, check swing, but he did offer at the pitch in the dirt. It's 0-1. The curveball's blocked by Andrew Pyle behind the dish. Salmon digs back in. Looks to reset, tries to get on base to extend this one. 0-1 pitch. Yet again, the curveball from David Shepard, and it's 0-2. Utah Tech just 1 strike away from mercy ruling UNLV by the same score UNLV won last night. 0-2 pitch from Shepard. Check swing from Salmon. He did not go, says Glenn Ballengow, the third base umpire. Some clear groans and maybe some other words from the Utah Tech dugout as well after not getting the appeal. Here's the 1-2. Goes right back to it. He's thrown that curveball 4 times. 2 strikes, now 2 straight balls. The count to Jack Salmon. Salmon holding the hands tight to the shoulder, awaits the 2-2, called strike 3. Shepard goes back to the curveball to get the strikeout. And this ball game is over, folks. It's a mercy rule, but this time in the other direction. By the exact same score. It's 11-1 the final here from the Earl. This time, Utah Tech on top. Played this one in 3 hours and 31 minutes. A long affair, a lot of offense from Utah Tech. Hustlin' Rebel pitching struggled a good bit today, and they'll look to reverse that course tomorrow against the Arizona State Sun Devils at Las Vegas Ballpark in Summerlin. Your winning pitcher, Brandon Kosel. 5 strong innings, a very quality start for the right-hander. He moves to 2-0, and Felix On throws just 1 inning, saddled with his 3rd loss of the year. Line score for you, Utah Tech, 11 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 16 left on base. For UNLV, 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error, and 9 left on. We played today's game in front of 338 fans on a lovely afternoon at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. Join us tomorrow night. It's going to at least be myself. We'll see based on the result of the Runnin' Rebel basketball game tonight in the NIT if my counterpart Matt Neverett will be joining me or not. But Ryan Martone set to take the hill, making his 2nd ever start, 2nd ever appearance as well as a UNLV Hustlin' Rebel. He'll do so under the big lights. The AAA home of the Las Vegas Aviators, the affiliate of the Athletics. Still waiting on the announcement for the Arizona State starter, but should be an exciting one. We'll see the reunion of last year's team MVP for UNLV, Dean Toigo, one of the best offensive bats in the country. He left Las Vegas for Arizona State. See him as well as the rest of the Sun Devils. 6:05 start tomorrow night. With that, I've been Drew Neverett. Thanks so much for joining me. Utah Tech and UNLV split the 2-game set here in Las Vegas as Utah Tech picks up their 1st ever victory on the diamond against UNLV. Final score, Utah Tech 11, UNLV 1. I've been Drew Neverett. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.